Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Keep on the Borderland, a relatively new D&D 5e live stream on my stream. Hi, I'm Arch. Welcome. I'm the host. So, we are going to go around, find out who everybody is, who they're playing, and then I'm going to do a quick reminder, as I always do now, just because I need to get myself in the habit, and then we'll get into tonight's session, after Nat regales us with a recap, of course, at that time. Speaking of Nat.
Tuesday. Hi, I'm Nat. I'm Tuesday DM on Twitter. I'm the DM. I'm everybody, but them. I like Tuesdays.
It's true.
Favorite day of the week. Today's Tuesday. You just didn't know it yet.
Sure.
That's me.
And Pi.
Hi, I'm Pi. I play Praxigandolin, the Dragonborn Druid.
I only accept your name when you do it with the accent.
Praxigandolin.
There we go.
I get jealous every time I notice that your name rhymes with hi.
Hi, Pi. Pi rhymes with a lot of stuff.
It's true. And we got Undead.
Hi, I'm Undead, and I play Vale, the Dragonborn Sorcerer.
And hi, I'm Arch. I am playing Shavar, a Drow Celestial Warlock with the Pact of the Tome. So I do the light stuff even though I'm a Drow. It's a whole thing. Also, I have a Russian accent. Because Russian accent very good for Drow.
Juxtaposition is tasty.
Yes, of course. Juxtaposition, very good. Right, so let me give announcement real quick, then we get into meat and potatoes of this game. Right, so as always, we have a system in place with any D&D stream on the channel called Bardic Stream Die. If you look down below, you will see that there is a money conversion with a new added bonus that I'll mention in a second. Basically, you can donate money, and depending how much you donate, you can give a special dice to a player of your choice. So, as an example, if you donate $1, you can say, I would like to give a D4 to Pi. And then I will do a little blip on the overlay, and Pi will have a D4 to use at their convenience for whatever role may be needed.
It gets added.
It's true.
And it's fun.
The new thing that I just added recently, which is going forward going to be a thing, is I now accept bits for the Bardic Stream Die. There is a slight markup on the bits themselves. However, you can also get bits for free by watching ads. So if you want to participate but you don't want to spend money, watch some ads. I think that's about it. So, yeah, Nat, take us away.
Alright. Arch, I didn't know you could change things. That's not allowed.
I can change whatever I damn well please, goddammit.
So,
Alright.
Yeah, Nat.
Hello.
Oops. My phone's slow to mute. Sorry, guys.
God, is that what
Last session, our intrepid band of adventurers, Shavar, Praxigandolin, and Vale, struck out from the keep on the Borderlands after making a tidy profit on a pelt of a mountain lion, with a cleric friend named Xanthos, to attempt to go and attack the bandit hideout on Raven Rock. They bought a little rowboat to facilitate this. They quickly found out, due to some shenanigans, that the rowboat was sentient and kicked them off, but there was an illusory ford that had been disguised by the keep for defensive purposes that they were able to cross instead. However, that made their approach very well known to the bandits, so they decided to take the long way around and attempt to broadside them a little bit. This almost worked, but with stealth checks just weren't quite good enough, and then ended up in an open confrontation at the top of the hill, just straight up looking at each other, attacking, until their cleric friend, Xanthos, decided that, in fact, he was actually a chaotic evil servitor of the Lords of Chaos, and just decided to turn right to Shavar and murder death him with inflict wounds down to 2 hit points.
He touched me in the no-no place.
Inflict
Your
wounds is
soul?
a mean spell.
It is.
After a much closer fight than they were expecting, they defeated the bandits, including their leader, D.D. Raven, and we cut very quickly before we did anything else because we were running over time. And that we're going to pick up right after dust settling, everything still a little crazy, settling down. Go ahead.
Quick question. I watched him cast at least 3 spells. Did he pull out a holy symbol of any kind that we might be able to recognize as something that wasn't Arathis?
He used a component pouch
Okay.
to hide that fact. Those are
I
worth
don't-
25 gold, though.
I don't remember if I from a tiger.
I believe
Did
he
I
was still
actively
tiger.
do that?
Bear.
Okay.
You were a bear. Brown bear this time. Tiger was last
I was
time.
You got
No,
bear, then got dropped, then up to tiger.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bear
yeah,
was
that's
pretty
right.
much dead.
That's right.
Praxagendla is just gonna do a quick sweep around, so she'll do kind of like widening circles and make sure there's no one else, using her fancy tiger stealth and senses.
Do you want to make me a perception check with advantage as you sniff?
Ooh.
Because I believe tigers have heightened senses, and if they don't, I'll give it to you anyway because it's tiger.
Yeah. I'm good at perception.
Woo! Yeah, you smell under. You smell some dead people. There's some wildlife. You pick up a mole and a little family of birds. You smell smoked meat, which you locate pretty quickly. It was very nearby, probably from the bandits. And you also get the good sniff of something really not like tiger tasty, but like maybe Praxagendlan tasty. You smell a really nice wine. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're able to track that down onto the hip of D.D. Raven, the bandit leader. It's a very nice cask of wine.
So you guys watch me like circle around and around and around, and then just beeline right to a cask of wine.
Oh yeah.
I think our kitty has drinking problem.
Bale is laying on the ground bleeding. In a huff.
I mean, you got stabilized, right?
Oh, I'm on 4 HP, but
Okay, that's what I thought.
the last thing I did was lay on the ground so I wasn't shot with an arrow or something stupid.
Right, I do remember that now.
Vale, pardon language, but you look like shit.
Thanks for noticing.
Do you want a pick-me-up?
Because
You used all your stuff last time, Mark.
I still have 1 point healing light left.
Oh, really? I thought you used that.
I think he kept one just in case he needed to save your ass.
Yeah.
It's almost like very good strategist. And by that I mean bare minimal requirement.
Well, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, I got you.
But-
Snap finger, point, beam of light.
A little
D6.
radiant energy and yes, D6 healing.
You can roll it undead. I don't want to be responsible for your fate.
the
let me
last time
roll
we
it.
did this, I think I rolled 1. 1d6, correct?
Yeah,
Hey, 4. Doubled my.
four ain't bad.
Also, pie. These candy corn are delicious.
Mm-mm.
We don't believe you.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to. I'll be eating them rest of the stream.
Arch, you trip and fall over.
Onto a corpse. It's
You
all
feel
bloody.
grounded.
Vale's
Alright.
gonna stand up and walk over to Xanthus and kick him once to make sure he's dead.
Yeah, Xanthos, you kick him and his body like does that little like as the last respite of air blows out of him.
So guys, we have a problem because this guy was in town for like 15 years or something.
That's what
And-
the bartender told you.
Correct.
Hmm.
And we only know of one person that had anything real bad to say about him. The shopkeeper thought he was suspicious.
We also know that, oh, what was his name? Fuck, let me look at notes.
The curate Zyneg.
That was
Yeah.
Zyneg also was not a huge fan of him, and I think that maybe perhaps he was suspicious of Santos.
Yeah, that was the one I mentioned because I could not remember how to pronounce that name, so I just went with
If
that
we
one
can-
guy.
If we can get in, we can try talking to him, see if he can help clear name, just so that we're not in big trouble.
Praxagenelin's gonna transform back into a dragonborn and say, well, I mean, do we have to tell them that we killed him?
Yes.
We could just say that he died in the fight.
Problem is that he also has followers back in town, and good chance that they may also be like him, in which case we would want that dealt with as well. But we can't just walk into town and start slaughtering people.
I mean, we do have an unfortunate track record of killing everything we go after so far, which I don't think is what they necessarily want.
We could perhaps bring Body back with us. I know there are some of Divine Faith who can speak with corpses. Maybe a good way to get information.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea that I hadn't thought of. Because
Team
I was
Frag-
going,
Could your
Frantically checks the level speak with dead.
Paylor,
It's
your Paylor person, that is your god, right?
Right. Well, yes, indirectly. Well, directly, but not that. It's long story, but yes, payload. It's kind of like a I know a guy who knows a guy sort of thing, but like only one step below. It's kind of like, you know.
I was just talking about your personal worshipping.
It's not really worship. I don't like worship. It's more like we made a deal, but I pay respect because, you know. Anyways.
All right.
So perhaps should bring Body back with us. And worst comes to worst, at least we can talk with. Fuck, my notes keep disappearing because wrote on the character sheet. We could speak with Bolin and see if we can at least try to explain what the fuck happened.
I still think we should just lie, which I am superb at.
You know, as much as I would normally agree, if we get caught lying now, we lose trust later, and is very bad. Especially if we are planning to be here a long time. We need supplies, we need resources, we need people.
should we check his body to see if there's anything on it that we could use as proof that he was an asshole? Like we know who he is.
If one of you wants to check, I'm not touching that motherfucker. I'll check the bandits for shit.
I
Staying
take the
far
wine.
away.
All right, you have a cask of fine wine. It's worth 15 gold.
I would like to
It's
search
also-
the bandits.
All right, so on the bandits, you find 3 pale red potions, 40 gold in assorted coins, and a silvered scimitar.
A silvered scimitar?
Yes. That means it's worth 100 gold more and is silvered for the purpose of things like lycanthropes.
And 40 gold, you said. So 3 red potions, silver scimitar, and 40 GP.
Yes. Xanthos has...
I'll do that one.
All right, so he has his plate armor is magic, his shield is magic, and he has 2 spell scrolls, one of hold person, one of silence. Additionally, he has and he has a small sack which seems to be functioning as a coin purse, and inside you find a deep red mottled colored gem. Can you make me an Arcana check?
All right. I'm actually not the worst at those.
Guidance.
You
Okay.
can guidance them if you want. Sure, I do
Oh,
for.
oops.
I place a hand on his shoulder and say, Paylor, guide your thoughts, friend.
My
As long as you
character
weren't
sheet.
trying to be maximum sneaky.
My character sheet was still in edit mode, so that crap.
Wow.
Add a 4. A D4.
I'm out of 4. 2. I have a +2 to that, so I rolled the 2, and then I rolled another 2.
It looks valuable, and like a gem.
I keep it.
Hi, welcome to the low intelligence party.
Yeah, a little bit. There's a jeweler in town. You could try to have them identify it.
Yep, and he's also the enchanter too.
Yeah, a little bit dabbles in a little bit of enchanting. Additionally, you could raid their smoked meats. There's multiple days worth of provisions on there. For the party, if you wanted to grab that, or you could just not leave it to the animals.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the animals, I think.
Can I identify the potions?
Yeah, and 5 of you can just taste a potion to automatically identify it.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna...
So these are 3 basic healing potions.
Oh, alright.
Just healing potions. 2d4 plus 2.
I will hand one to everybody. So keep one for myself, hand one out.
Notably, you don't find any on Dee Dee.
I didn't... I think she used one during the fight or something.
Yeah, when you acided her arm off.
Yep, that was a thing I did.
Yep. Praxagendland, maybe Scimitar probably best in your hands, not... I don't think Valerai is really a melee type.
I have a +1 dagger we skinned a thing with.
Right, you...
Oh, and cut off a head. We did cut off a head.
Scimitar
You
may be
cut off
best
a head.
for you.
Okay, I cut off a head.
I will hand the silver scimitar to Prax.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
How do I edit this on Roll20?
I mean, you could just change the name to Silvered and Silvered Scimitar, and then we'll know what it does.
That would, of course, assume you already had a scimitar equipped.
I fixed it, and I do.
Ooh. Fun.
I'm going to hold on to the gold. If we need to use it, then I will have it on my person.
That's fine.
Sounds good.
I have this gem we'll take to the jeweler. Figure it out.
Yeah. And his armor and shield are also magic.
Anyone
Is
want
it
to
a-
carry this armor and shield?
Yeah, it is heavy plate armor.
I can help, but I'm out of wild shapes and I'm weak. When do I get those back?
Short rest.
If we wait 30 to 40 minutes,
I was
I
about to
can
say
turn into a mule.
I was gonna say we should probably take a rest anyway. We were
What
were
time
all
is it?
beat up.
You guys, I believe, ventured out fairly late in the day, didn't you?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think like noon or 1-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like 3.
Okay, yeah, so we'll
You got
take
some
like
daylight.
a half hour. Take a half-hour breather, and then head back.
Alright, Shavar gets his spell slots back. Vale can spend hit dice. Praxjandalin gets her wild shapes back.
I can turn into a fish.
I'm gonna
And-
spend a d8.
And
Nice.
Praxjandalin, can you roll me a d6?
No.
I'm gonna go 2 hit dice.
2.
Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Almost
As you
nice.
rest, a swarm of ravens flies in and roosts in the trees around you, filling them up, branches brimming with them. More of them watch you than you are fully comfortable with, but you uneasily completed your rest.
Guys, those birds are a little freaky.
Do we learn anything about the armor and shield, by the way?
Yes. They're both +1. Because it's a lot of them.
Anyone care for these two scrolls? Hold person silence.
They are cleric scrolls, by the way. Which means that anybody wanting to cast them, it'll be a little harder because it's not you're casting from a different spell list.
What if they're shared on the spell list?
Then you're fine. I briefly had a brain fart to how spell scrolls work.
I could
Can't
hold
remember
on
if
to.
it's-
They might be useful, but Veil, they may be good for you as well.
What
If I'm
each
not
was-
mistaken, those are both spells that both of us have on our list.
I'm
Those
pretty
are both.
sure they
I know they're both sorcerer spells. I'm more iffy on druid or warlock.
I'm good.
Old person definitely is. Silence, I'm not so sure.
I can turn into a shark.
Woo! All right.
What Veil? Why don't you hold on to for now? And
Oh, silence is not a sorcerer spell.
Is it a warlock spell?
It is not a warlock spell. Bard, cleric, rangers, circle of the land, desert, and undying.
All right. So
Warlock.
silence is on none of your spell lists.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure hold person is on everyone's list. Yeah, it's pretty much everything. Yeah, druid, sorcerer, warlock, wizard. Yeah, everything.
All right. So Veil's gonna hold on to those.
might as well.
If no one takes them, then yeah.
Cool. All right. You're vested. It's about 3:45. There's a lot of ravens watching you. Some of them fly down and start picking at some of the bodies.
Prax,
but-
is this normal?
I mean, ravens aren't particularly vulturistic is not the word I'm looking for, but it's close enough. But I think they'll eat pretty much anything. I do think we should get a move on though.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right. As you head north,
We take Xanthus's body? Was that
are you
the
taking
plan?
Xanthos' body or not?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you depart down the steep slope, the ravens just dive in almost like a wave of black feathers. It seems you were the only thing holding them back from descending on these bodies.
That's for you. What shape did you take, by the way? To carry
I'm
out
a
crap?
mule.
Yeah, adorable mule. Unless you don't want to be.
Yeah, all mules are adorable. They're big
Good.
ears.
All right. So you venture, bum bum, bum 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 bum, all the way, and you crest through this little valley between the two hills, and you look up and down. And like everyone, give me a perception check.
Yeah. 16.
6.
Hooray!
All right.
Yeah,
so
that
Prax Jandalin and no one else notices two things. First of all, over here, if you're looking at the map, Nixie Island, you see these small little pixie-like creatures fluttering around. They seem a little in distress. And a little closer, over on here, you see about 4 bullywugs, big frog humanoids, lounging in the sun.
Okay.
We should keep moving. I don't think we're in position right now to be dealing with this shit.
Well, you have no idea because I can't talk.
Oh,
I'm a
right.
mule.
Oh yeah.
You'll notice.
Yeah.
We don't
So
know.
I'm
this.
just
We're
stopping and
walking.
looking. And
So
you're
the mule stops and is looking to the right.
well, you can't
And
even
you-
tell because like a mule looks
Oh, right.
this way anyway, so I just kind of tilt my head a little bit
herbivore eyes.
Irresistible. Yeah, if I actually looked, you can't see anything from the front.
No. Mule
Prax
stops.
is gonna kind of trot over there and see if she can figure out if it's just the bullywugs being close
Right.
or.
So you're a few hundred yards away.
I insight the mule.
Okay, so given that the mule is definitely acting funny, I'm gonna give both of you another perception check, trying to figure out what she's looking at.
You just want to see this low number.
Threes.
We are
So you
neither
guys
wise nor intelligent.
But it's like the mule is just going over this direction, and you're following. You move over a couple hundred yards. You guys start talking back and forth, like, what's happening? What is this?
Do you think the form has taken over and she's got like the intelligence of a mule now?
I mean,
Big
listen, if-
wide-eyed mule look right at you.
And one of the bullywugs, Pi, Praxagandalin, takes notice and stands up and still a few hundred yards away. And picks up a little spear and shakes it in your direction, and then poof, flops back down.
Can I see
Seems
from
that
here?
they're trying to be menacing, but very lazy about it.
Mm-hmm. Can I see from here what's upsetting the pixie creatures?
It seemed they're flitting around very fast. It seemed like they're discussing in hushed tones, but not in hushed tones. They're discussing frantically, but you can't too far away to hear. It seems something interpersonally, not like they're being attacked.
Okay. I'll just turn and then just follow the river up to the ford. No one's getting murdered. They can fight all they want.
All right. One of the bullywugs lazily chucks a stone in your direction, and it goes kabloop.
I mule yell at him. Pretty much.
All right, so you get to the ford. And the water looks sharp and rushing and dangerous. You're like, I'm pretty sure this is where it was. You realize the mule, even though it is a ford, you're pretty sure in the right spot. The mule may have some issue getting the footing across, because horses and hoofed animals are notoriously dangerous at crossing fords.
I'm gonna try it.
Vale is looking for a boat.
You do not see a boat.
He's ready for a boat to appear.
You got a ready reaction to firebolt to the boat if you see it?
No, not really. But
Okay.
he's ready. He's
ready.
It's a thought.
All right.
I'm gonna put a hand on the side of the mule and do a guidance and say, "Do not worry, I'm here. I'll help try to get you across."
All right. So you
Should I tie a rope to Prax, do you think? Shrugs.
I mean, the worst case scenario, she on wild shapes, and then she can stand.
And she's
Prax kind of hits
Knock.
the leg or whatever the closest body part of the dead person on her back.
Your one of your feet kicks back, because imagine you're kind of dragging a little bit, and just donks
Oh, is
on the
he-
helmet.
Okay.
that's fine. Take as much as you want. So I tie the rope to him.
There you go.
If that's what she was thinking.
You'll never know.
The rope. This meal thing is weird.
This
Alright.
druid thing's fun.
Oh, druid's always been fun.
I tie the rope to the dead dude.
Yeah. I have druid in another game who likes to make persuasion checks as a dinosaur by going like this.
Man, can I be dinosaurs?
Once you get to level 6, actually even right now there are some dinosaurs that are low enough CR for you to turn into. I think there's an aquatic one. Alright,
Probably not a low enough CR.
I think it might be though. So you go and ford across the river. Praxagandalin, I'm gonna need you to roll an acrobatics check as your mule form.
Oh, wait. No, I'm better at acrobatics.
And you have a D4.
and you get it added D4. Keep in mind, if you are proficient in acrobatics, that adds the proficiency bonus to the mule's roll if it is not proficient, because that's the way wild shape works.
I am not proficient in acrobatics.
And you get a D4.
Let's see.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, you're good. DC was 8.
I'm a beautiful swimming mule.
You're striding confidently across the bottom. Because it's shallow. And the mule blazes the trail quickly and safely across the ford, and then you're able to easily venture back to Baradel Castle, the keep.
At some point, I untie the rope.
Sure. As you approach the kind of winding roadway that goes up this little kind of half mountain plateau that the keep is built upon, as you're beginning that trek, you see 4 figures in robes approaching you from the keep.
Do I recognize any of them?
You were the one who went to go fetch Xanthos?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look like his acolytes.
Prax will stop and then kind of like look at the dead body and then back at the acolytes and then look at you guys.
I incite the mule.
You didn't know. No one else met the acolytes, did they?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
We're
Well,
setting
then set to
ourselves
the
up for
mule, then.
success.
Yay. Hey, not bad with the +0.
You think that Prax Janlin is concerned about these figures?
Close enough.
I mean, it's not like you can communicate words.
We're in like plain view of the keep, though, right?
You're about. This map doesn't depict the height of the keep super great. You're about 1 hex down. It's 100 yards out.
Okay, so assumably any guards that would be on post on the wall would see us.
Yeah, well, at least if they're doing their job well.
Right, if they're doing their job well. Okay.
How far is it to the wall? We're downhill, so I'm guessing more than messages.
So 300 yards, so 100 yards, 300 feet,
Okay,
add
yeah.
in height a little bit, looking about 400.
Yeah, so nowhere close.
No.
Okay. We're
I
technically
guess.
not level 4 yet, so I have spent crap.
So I guess we should wait and let strangers approach.
Yeah.
See what they want.
All right. So these robed, not masked figures, as they get close to you, form a line of 4 in a row.
Convenient breath weapon.
And they put their hands forward and bow their heads and walk silently past the mule and they seem to be making a line towards Xanthos' body. Would you like to impede them?
Yes, I step in front of them and say, "Excuse me, but you're not touching anything until we get matters solved."
Vale kind of walks a little bit around to be towards the keep behind them.
So as you're walking around, the one in front pulls his hood down. You see a bald head with a couple, just up on the forehead here, 2 red lines painted on, and 1 white line here. He looks at you, and you see a little bit of anger in his eyes. Says nothing.
Step aside. Now.
And the ones behind him start to fan out in a line just abreast of him. Making an intimidating soft semicircle around you, And the other ones take their hoods off. Not all of them are bald, not all of them are men, but they all have the 2 red lines and the 1 white line. And they all look at you, glaring.
I'm standing behind them. They're not looking at me at all.
I occasionally one glances back, but they're trying really hard to hold an intimidating gaze at Shavar right now. They're not talking.
I'm just gonna walk past them. They try to block me, I'm just gonna kind of do that shoulder shove and walk
Okay.
past and urge Prax and Vale to keep walking.
So as you walk past them, shoulder checking through a couple on the side. Unless you intend to go around initially.
No, I'm going straight through.
Okay, you shoulder straight through, and as you walk past them, 2 of them are going to take the opportunity attacks at you.
Oh.
And also roll initiative, please.
Yep, there it is.
Darn it.
Somebody
we gotta
wants to
click the-
initiate the fight with an AoE blast. I'm
Well,
just guessing.
it's probably best that they initiated the first punch.
Woo! Nat 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Holy crap! We did
Alright.
insane.
Well, they're okay. Vale 17. Praxigandolin. I loaded out your entire name on the little initiative thing, and you have just the tiniest bit of space to write your initiative. It's a problem. And Shavari got 19. No, they rolled well. They could do it. I believe in them.
I don't believe in me.
All
I'm
right,
a
so they're gonna
very
make
weak animal.
2 opportunity attacks against you, Shavar,
That's fine.
as they strike out with 2 fists low at you, on your side, as if they're trying to wind you.
They're gonna punch me?
Yeah, they're monks, bro.
Rude.
Well, one of them is a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
The other is a 16.
That breaks.
All right. Minimum damage. 10. Bludgeoning.
Ow.
Praxigandolin, go.
Hoof him! Hoof him!
Yes, that's all I can do.
Well, you keep in mind you can unwild shape and rewild shape.
What a waste of 11 hit points. Okay. Praxis first going to bray as loud.
You can't just.
Yep. To get the attention of anybody in the keep. And then she's gonna hoof him. Where's my plus? Nope, that's not right.
You put an S instead of a D.
I did.
One small 20?
What does that even make it do?
I don't even know, but I got a 1. Okay,
All right.
14. Like the one on the left, right
14 misses.
next.
You
Okay,
only have a
and
plus
they-
2 to hit?
As the mule.
Yeah,
It's
mules
not a
suck.
combat form. I mean, she could have turned into like a brown bear to lug it, but like, who likes to do that?
Mules are great.
I love mules, but they miss monks as you kick, and it literally flips over your back kick.
Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna turn into a shark next round.
Yeah, that'll be, sure. Yeah.
We're technically not level 4 yet, though, are we?
You are.
Oh. Okay. So we
You
can
do not You do not need to level up on a long rest in fighting. Not a rule.
Okay, good. Then I do have a second level spell because I was
Yeah.
out of those.
To be fair, a lot of DMs won't level up their players until they hit a long rest, but that ain't me. Right, so is that you, Praxi?
That's it. That's all I gotta do.
Okay. Shavar.
Alright, so the 2 nearest to me, already used their reactions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue to walk forward so that I don't continue to get pummeled in the face.
Sure.
And you said that they're all in like a pretty close line, right?
Yeah, they were making like a rough semicircle around you. They were trying to all be adjacent to you.
Gotcha. Alright, so they're in a nice cluster. That's good for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to look at them and say, that was big mistake. I wield more power than just that from the sun. And my eyes glow, and I'm gonna do fairy fire on them.
Ooh, but that's
That's
dex
what I was
save.
thinking of casting.
First one, 21. Second one, 19.
Fuck.
Third one, 8.
Failed.
Hmm?
They're rolling good. They don't have a godly bonus. And nat 1.
Okay, so 2 of them are surrounded in... It says blue, green, or violet. Can it be more like a radiant-y, like whitish yellow?
Sure, why not?
I have changed
Like
it.
a warm golden yellow of the rising sun.
Yes.
And fairy fire makes so they can't really hide effectively, and your attacks get advantage against them. Everybody's attacks.
Yes. And then...
Do they get a
Uh,
save against that every round?
No, it's a
No.
save where it affects it.
Cool.
And I don't think I have any bonus action stuff I can really do. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put my maximum 30 feet between them. Between me
Sure.
and them.
You were 5 feet away to start, so you'll be, slightly more than the average movement speed away.
Sure.
Because
Too bad they're monks.
Always trigger when you leave, and yeah, too bad they're monks.
That's fine. I'm putting Vale and Prax between me and them.
Well, I'm behind you
So
with a dead body
you were,
attached
it was,
to me.
It was
Yeah,
more like
well,
you were here
Vale-
and then I was back here.
Vale went past them, so it's now you and Vale on one side and Prax on the other side,
That works.
with them kind of in the middle.
That's fine.
All right, Vale. They are still clustered.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything for cluster except my dragon's breath, which I used last time.
We charged on a short rest.
Short rest?
Yep, short rest.
Yep. Yep. No.
Aren't I a kind and benevolent DM?
That's right. Well, that leads to a problem. Okay, so how many can I get in a 15-foot cone?
All of them.
All of them. Yay.
They were all trying to crowd around one square.
And it's a bonus action for you.
Yep. And yours is
Con save.
poison. Con save. That's kind of convenient for you.
And Mule sees this for the first time.
Yes.
And
So
the
first-
castle of people.
First one makes it. Second one fails. Third, nat ones. Fourth, fails.
Not 9 damage, pretty good.
Yeah. So first one takes 4. Then it's 9, 9, 9, and as they are coughing and sputtering, and one of them sputters out a little. They like say half a word. It's like they remember their vow of silence.
Stupid.
And one of the other ones, a little older than them, glares at them.
Okay, so of the ones that succeeded, are any of them the ones that were fairy fired?
No, only one succeeded, and not the ones that were fairy fired.
Okay, so then I'm going to lay in a level 2, level 1 chromatic orb acid into one that failed and is fairy fired.
Cool.
That
Make an
would
attack with
be-
advantage.
I already clicked that. 21 to hit, 18. Holy crap, I have not rolled under a 15 for chromatic orb in damage.
You hit 18 damage against one of the ones that was fairy fired. It's
And
taken.
failed.
Yeah. So that one's taken 27 damage as you shoot your acid orb out, and it impacts. It's the one that was glaring at the one who said something, and he looks back right as the acid orb hits him in the chest. And there's a nice hissing and puffing. And after you look, the cloak that is there is now gone, and there's a big, kind of welted red, slightly dug in acid burn on his chest.
And I use the rest of my movement to run away.
All right. Their turn. Well, that one that you just acid orbed is going to use their monkly speed and run around at you.
I figured.
and attack you with a 21 to hit.
That hits, and I can't do anything about it.
It's 8 bludgeoning damage.
And I'm back below half.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, so the HP that we gained from leveling up, I did not add to what I
You
had.
do gain that HP.
Oh, heck
Okay.
yeah.
So that is plus.
You're doing a little better. All right.
Undead
Yes,
didn't
I'm-
do his homework.
I went exactly to the same place I was. I just have more maximum.
One of them, the other fairy fighter one's gonna go up to the mule and go for a big high kick on the mule's chin. And then she brings it up, and that's a 14 that hit the mule,
Yes.
and then back down for an axe kick for a nat 20.
Kill the mule.
Do it.
No more mule.
18 total.
Yeah, mule's dead.
As the mule's head is axe kicked down, it reforms back into Praxagandalin.
What's Prax's HP look like now?
Because
Because that was 7 damage they carried over?
Yeah, so I'm not bad.
Okay.
Okay. Now the freshest one is going to dash over to Shavar and make a do a fisticuffs combo. Just punch. 21 and 22 to hit.
Yep.
Damn.
For minimum damage of 10.
And I need to make a con save.
2 con saves. 2 hits.
Oh yeah.
That one's good. The last one. This is the one who accidentally said words. Is going to go after Praxagandalin as he runs and does a flying kick at the now humanoid form. And that one falls clear down onto his face, skids in the dirt, meekly stands back up, looks at you with a look that just reads, "What are you looking at?" and goes for a small punch in the face, which also misses. That is all of them. Praxagandalin. You have 2 next to
Okay.
you. One of them is fairy fired.
I have so many options. I'm gonna. Let's be real. I'm gonna thunder wave. So they have to make Constitution saving throws.
First one, nat 20. Second one, 14?
No. I don't think so.
It's 11 plus your wisdom mod.
Yeah, that's a 15 then.
Cool. So yeah, give me your 2d8 thunder.
$11.
All right, so you blast one back 10 solid feet. The one that would just landed in the dirt now gets blasted back and almost loses their footing again. The other one, which is the highly wounded one, just you blast and they just even though they save, they fall over backwards, unconscious.
Sweet.
That was one of the fairy fired ones.
I'm gonna run towards the keep.
Okay.
Wait, so there's.
You're gonna
one,
take
2,
opportunity
3.
attacks.
No,
No,
'cause
I
she
just-
pushed back and killed all the enemies that were next to her.
I killed the
Oh.
one and the other moved 10 feet away. Perk a thunder wave. Yeah, I'm just gonna run
Okay.
kind of up to
Do
where
it.
they are, I guess.
Yeah, you roughly get to Shavar and Vale. Okay. Shavar,
Hi.
there's one in your face.
There is one in my face, and I don't like that.
Glaring at you, wiggling back and forth a little bit. Fists up.
I'm just gonna look him in the face and just say, fuck off.
Vicious mockery.
Mm-hmm.
Nat ones.
2 psychic damage and disadvantage on next attack.
Okay. So it's like doing all this posing, feeling good, and you're like, just fuck off. Lowers the arms. All right, Vale.
There's one up against me, correct?
Yep. It is very fired.
And it's very fired. Cool. So I get to keep advantage when I shock and grasp. 17 to hit, 3 lightning damage.
Yeah. You zap him.
And
then you walk away.
I run away. How bad is he looking?
Pretty fine. Wounded, but not heavily.
What are the other 2 left looking?
The other 2 left. One was looking really discouraged because he just got told to fuck off and it was really rude. But they're all roughly the same level of wounded. The other one just got blasted back by Praxajandalin's thunder waves and is a little bewildered and slightly deafened.
The one I shock and grasp is I'm burning my 2 sorcery points to chromatic
are.
orb acid in his face.
And you still advantage because...
Very fire.
And do I wanna level 2?
Get him!
3 8s on that damage. Holy crap.
Damn.
My damage is ridiculous.
So you don't walk away
With
from this
that.
guy. You shock and grasp him, grab his shoulder, cast chromatic orb, invoking this orb of acid into your hand out of your mouth, and just ram it straight into their chest as you just eat away their clothes, their skin, straight into their heart. And you pull your hand back, just leaving a cavity. And they look at you with the last moments of their life, just
Flipped off, runs away.
when they fall over dead.
Don't even wait for him to fall over. Flip off, run.
Sure. All the fairy fire targets are dead now, by the way. Shavar.
Okay, so my concentration is gone.
Cool. Their turn. So the one that was mono in your face, Shavar, is going to make his disadvantage attack.
Yep.
So the mockery of the vicious. And still hit with a 22.
Motherfucker!
That's 8 bludgeoning damage.
I'm at 1 HP.
And then he's going to flurry of blows.
Stop it!
So the first attack, 13.
Nope.
Second attack, 21.
Yep.
You're down.
I'm down.
Tung. Alright. The other one was the one that got blasted back by Praxagandalin, and that one is going to go re-engage with Praxagandalin. It's going to swing with a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Nat, whatever dice you're using, get rid of them.
Yeah, burn them, please. Just melt them into goo.
They're metal. Burning them wouldn't work very well. So that is 7 bludgeoning damage, and this one's going to flurry of blows at you, Prax.
They must be cast into the fires of Mount Doom.
For 19 and 23 to hit.
Yes.
For max damage. 16 bludgeoning. How's Praxagandalin feeling right now?
She's feeling like she's about to turn into a dire wolf and get some more HP.
That's a pretty good option.
You're at the level now where you can turn into a giant toad and swallow people.
This is true.
What's a
There's
giant
Sierra one.
toad?
They're kind of fun.
They're
They
fucking
are.
hilarious. You just go,
And then they're swallowed, and there's no get out condition except for you dying.
It's funny as hell.
That's the end of their turn. Praxagandalin is yours.
Actually, you know what? A giant toad has more health than a wolf anyway.
Yeah, but less AC.
Yeah. Not by much, though.
But
Not that it
swallow.
matters when they roll 20, 25.
Yeah. So you see Shavar is unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, well, I'm about to join him unconscious on the ground if I heal him.
You could healing word wild shape.
I don't have healing word.
Oh, never mind.
I have cure wounds.
You could cure wounds wild shape. You just have taken away.
Do I wild shape as a bonus action or an action?
As a moon druid, you can do both.
Well,
It's
in
a
that
very
case,
unique thing because by rote it is a action, but moon druid gains bonus action as well.
Nice. Well then, I will set a hand on Shavar's shin and cast Cure
Okay,
Wounds.
so as you walk over, Shivari he gets to take a crack at you.
I thought I was near Shavar when I ran up.
You were near, but because he was engaged with melee with another person, you couldn't get in melee with him without.
Okay. Oh, then never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Okay, I did say that you could do that combo and you
Sorry.
take an opportunity attack.
I missed that. I think looking at the giant toad stats.
That's okay. Giant toads are cool enough to warrant it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn into a giant toad and swallow this dude.
Get him. How does that math work out?
I'm gonna roll a d20 plus 4 to hit, which I think is just my wisdom modifier. So I can just do a wisdom. No, wisdom is theirs plus 6.
Druids on Roll20, also known as how can I hack the numbers, not have to type things.
Animal handling.
Alright, and you didn't have proficiency in that?
It's
It's plus
no,
4.
it's just a
light
straight
for
plus
bonus
4.
for the toad.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. You get him. What happens?
So I do a d10 plus 2 poison
Alright.
damage first. I'm never being anything but a poison toad.
Woo!
Oh my god, now I have to type things. Ah!
Okay.
4 poison damage.
That one is taken 4 poison damage, and then is
Okay, so
swallow?
next turn I get to swallow it.
The
It's
target
currently
is
grappled. Yeah.
okay.
and considered restrained.
Okay, grappled and restrained.
So I've got it in my mouth, and the next turn I swallow it.
Ah, rah, rah, rah.
All right, Shavara, that's it.
Yay! Oh wait,
Now
wrong
what?
character sheet.
Success.
Hooray!
Vale.
The question of the day: have I moved too far to go 30 feet back to Shavar?
It's kind of a toss-up on that one. High or low?
High, always high.
It is low. It is more than one movement away. Just only barely.
I move as far as I can without getting into melee with the monk guy.
Sure, you're about 10 feet away from Shavar and the monk guy.
And I firebolt him in the face.
Get him.
Oh, yes. My roll's been
Yeah,
pretty good
that
today.
hits. As you
Yes.
invoke your fire spell, and it just literally singes some of their hair, and they have to put out the fire on part of their robe.
While in the frog mouth.
And
No, that's a different one.
Oh,
two.
the one
There's
on
one
you.
that's standing menacingly over your dying body, and one in the frog mouth.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
And I spit at that guy and say, "Come on, I killed him."
ooh,
Which I think is a lie, because I can't remember if I killed him or not.
I don't actually
Who
care.
killed him?
But I want you to make an intimidate or persuasion check.
You want to know all the charisma things are the same for me.
Excellent.
I rolled.
Why are you rolling with persuasion?
Oh,
Or with,
they're all the
advantage.
same. I just clicked one.
No, with advantage, I mean.
Oh, you want what? It's
Yeah,
on my-
it's 2 lower, so it's 11. He
Yes.
looks at you with some anger in his eyes, but there's
Okay.
some intelligence
Oh.
there.
I need to re-roll my firebolt. Oh, wait.
No,
what
the first
my
one was
firebolt?
19.
Okay, yeah. I still had it from Fairy Fire clicked on. It was a
Dang it, dang it, Matt.
Yeah.
All right, so this
Call him trouble.
acolyte is going to stoop down, grab Shavar by the scruff of his shirt collar, hold him up, and hold up a fist and look at Vale and go,
Why does this feel familiar? Nat! Damn it.
All right.
I insight check the monk guy.
You're pretty sure he's threatening to kill Shavar if you don't back off.
Well, we stole a fucking necklace, so do it. It's not what I say.
All right. The other one is is restrained in the toad mouth and going to Is there an escape DC for that?
13.
All right.
Straight. It doesn't say.
It,
No, so I think it can be.
Because grapple, you get to choose.
Yeah, so he can use Dex.
He's gonna use Dex.
Stupid monk. I hate monks.
19.
Yeah, he's out.
He restrains that, wiggles out, but that was his action. He's then going to look at you and strike a strong pose. Prax Jandalin, your turn.
I'm gonna leap. Can I get to Shavar? Yes, I can. Because I
Yeah.
could before. So
Sure.
I'm gonna just leap past this dude.
Okay, he's gonna make an opportunity
It
attack.
doesn't
Go
say
for it.
that he makes a save if he gets restrained.
It's not to say
Until
that
the-
was his action to escape the grapple, which is a general rule.
Yeah.
He's gonna leap up and try to shuriken your foot,
Go for it.
and miss with the 11, unless that hits the giant toad.
Oh, it does hit the giant toe. That's my
Ha!
armor
Beats
class.
very low AC. For max
Okay, I
damage
got-
of 8.
That's chill. I got a lot of hit points left. And I'm gonna restrain
Jump
the
over.
dude hanging on to Shavar.
All right.
It's
So
not like
you
he
jump-
can accidentally slash his throat. He's just got fists.
Oh, yeah, but he can use his ready to action to punch him in the face for 2 death saves, which happens when you attack him.
It's fine. Do what you're gonna do.
Come on.
2 death saves?
If he hits, what's your AC?
16.
Okay. 14 misses. He's so startled by this
Oh.
giant toad assault, he just straight up, like, your head's here, and he just punches this way.
He has
No, that's-
advantage, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh god, wow, okay.
Highest roll was an 8.
Ha!
Lucky.
And
crap.
then the tongue attack will crack. There's
That
AC.
hits?
Yep,
Okay.
on the die. Giant toads are fun.
Yeah, they are.
That's pretty good.
Oh
That
my
one's-
god, I did that wrong. I'm sorry. I gotta do another D10 worth of damage.
Oh. I'm
I
gonna apply
do
this
a
D-
D10 plus 2 piercing. Not that toads have teeth, but thanks, D&D. And then I do a D10 worth of poison damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna apply this D10 you roll, which is 10, to both of them, because you hit both of them at this point.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. My bad. This one took the dodge action with patient defense. So you have to roll again to see if you still hit it. Same number. You're good.
Nice.
10 damage. This one actually you just nom and eat all the way down because you kill him. The other one is now taking 29 damage. And yeah, it looks terrified of this giant man-eating frog. Shavara, death save.
Hooray!
If he had hit this attack, this would be really
Failure!
yeah, you would have died.
Oh.
You have 1 and 1.
Yes, I do.
Remember what I said about almost dying every session?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We continue.
It's my turn next.
Vale.
And we're barely even into this game.
Yeah.
I stick the healing potion I just got into Shavar's mouth.
Cool. 2d4 plus 2. While you're doing that, you see the last acolyte double dash with Step of the Wind and just book about 120 feet away around the edge of the mountain crag. Just
Wow.
full speed.
Wait, which direction? Like towards the keep? Or no?
Yeah, but around this edge of the keep here. Like up this
So he's
direction.
sneaking
We were
in.
400 feet away, so
Part of that was the slope up. He's not going behind the keep, he's going behind the craggy edge of the path up. He's trying to break line of sight.
Okay.
So he's like right here.
Could I have used the rest of my movement to continue moving towards that person?
Sure.
on my turn. Okay.
Praxagandalin, it's your turn. Do the three of you want to continue pursuing this lone acolyte, or you can opt to drop out of initiative? Shavar, notably, you don't know where they are.
I cannot keep up with a monk, and I know that because I've used both my wild shapes.
Yeah, you can't turn into something super fast.
How far away is he currently from me?
You can't see him. He went broke on the line of sight, but he did run 120 feet.
Okay.
And he was in a direction away from you.
And this was the one by Prax, so technically I was closer to the keep than he is. I'm just trying to see if I could do one firebolt if I walk that direction. And then if I can't,
you
I'm done.
could get within the range. The issue is that he's broken line of sight.
Okay,
And
so I
your
can't
30
see.
feet can't crank around enough to get to him. You can try, but it won't do it.
If I walk that direction, and then I'll
Yeah.
just let him go off.
Yeah, okay. And then we'll drop out of initiative. Ah. There's a moment of calm before two ballista bolts hammer into the ground nearish by.
What the fuck?
As you look up at the keep and you see guards manning the ballistas, and you hear the soft tones of Bolin going, "I'm sorry, the fat folks. We saw that you were in some trouble. It takes a while to get the ballista loaded up."
But
Really useful, Bolin. Really fucking useful. Can you
Are
get
you
your
all
ass
kinda-
out here?
I'm afraid I have a post to keep. They could be attacked by the agents of chaos at any moment.
We just were. We
Actually,
just fucking were.
Oh, and I have to admit, I hate to be like this, and hate to mention this, but technically we have to do investigation, so I need to put you under arrest. So could you kindly come here?
Hold on a second. We'll be right there. Hold on.
Vale has the potion of invisibility out in his hand.
No.
Thank you
you
kindly.
see a very mournful looking frog as it kind of like turned back into human, and there is an extremely hurt looking Prax who liked her big hit points before.
Okay, let's fucking grab
Wow.
Xanthos' body and let's fucking go. I don't fancy being knocked unconscious again. Motherfucker.
Yeah, this has been a bit of a rough day. I think it's gonna take all three of us.
That's
Yeah.
whatever, let's go.
Vale puts away the invisibility potion.
Alright, y'all drag Xanthos' body up. A couple guards do come out. They have halberds and escort you in once you're particularly close, like down to the
Hello.
drawbridge.
I immediately hand over a crossbow, dagger. I think I actually have 3 daggers now.
As you're offering them, they actually turn it down. As long as you cooperate, you don't need to hand over your weapons at this stage.
I am a weapon.
He didn't
Not
hand
really,
over
because I
his
can't
component-
transfer.
He did hand over his component pouch, you see, but yes. He continues on.
Right. They lead you in with Bolin, and Bolin's like, so I'm gonna need your story, and then we'll have the bailiff come in and judge you. We couldn't see a whole lot from out there. We saw a fight broke out.
Best way to explain is Xanthos, we took with us, you know that from earlier.
We indeed have heard people say that.
He came with us. We went down south to go take care of the bandits. We found the bandit camp.
All right.
We killed them, all of them.
Really?
They're all gone. They're taken care of. However, small problem during fight. Xanthos turned out to be agent of chaos, and
Whoa! You're gonna have to hold down there, partner. You're Xanthos, the agent of chaos.
yes, he tried to kill me in the middle of the fight.
And me.
He turned around and cast a necromantic spell on me, nearly killing me, nearly killing Vale.
I was okay.
Do you have any proof of that?
We were hoping that maybe someone of Divine Order here could do a communion with the dead and be able to get information from the body, which is why we brought it.
That's a pretty good idea. Funny enough, who used to do that was Xanthos himself. I could borrow. We might borrow. Be able to bug the carrot about that.
For the sake of our innocence, I would hope so. Because I
Oh,
tell
I'm
you
willing to
nothing
bug him.
but truth.
I'm just trying to be all polite about it.
Understood. So we were able to defeat Xanthos as well. We came back.
As the bandits?
I'm sorry?
You're able to defeat Xanthos and the bandits?
Yes.
And that scuffle out there?
No, the bandits were at the camp to the south,
Well,
Raven's Rock.
No, yeah, we did successfully beat both fights.
Yes. Xanthos, during the fights with the bandits, we killed the bandits, we killed Xanthos. And then when we came back, these people that were in the hooded outfits came out and tried to take Xanthos' body. I said no, because I knew that you wanted to do an investigation, because obviously that is what you do.
Appreciate it.
They didn't appreciate, and when I tried to push past, they punched me, so we had that whole kerfuffle outside. One of them escaped and headed northeast. The other three
saw that.
The other three are face down.
All right. It studies you. Can you make a persuasion check?
Sure.
Oh, thank God I didn't talk.
16.
Bolin nods. All right. Anything else you have to add? I'm gonna give this in a report to the bailiff, Ragna.
Not much else I think to add, unless any of you guys have something to say.
Bolin looks at you two.
His armor and shield are out there. If you want to pick it up.
All right. I'm gonna leave you to. I'm gonna go tell the bailiff about what I've learned, and then she's gonna come in here and talk to you. While it's happening, I'm gonna have my guards search Xanthos' quarters, see if there's any evidence to support your claims, and see if the curate can see about talking to some dead.
If it helps, I have suspicion that Zyneg may have had suspicions of Xanthos as well. Nothing I can confirm, but I got that kind of feeling from him.
I got that vibe.
Yes.
Interesting. If evidence is too muddled, we might have to elevate this to the Castellan himself. We'll see, though.
Whatever has to be done.
You guys have been brought, by the way, into kind of a side tower. The Bailiff's Tower. Pew. Pew. If you could just wait here, I'm gonna go do that.
Can do.
And if you really did, right before he leaves, if you really did deal with those bandits, however this shakes out, I have to tell you, you have my thanks.
You're welcome.
He dips out. You're there by yourself, just with a guard by the door for about 15 minutes, and then a elven woman comes in. She has a book and a staff, some medium armor on, black breastplate, and actually, as she walks in, folds a little fold-out desk, just a small little thing, and places it down with a stool. She sits down. So my understanding is that you, Shavar, you Praxagandalin, and you, Vale, had a unfortunate run-in with a established civilian in our keep, and you're claiming that this was as a result of them being an in-secret agent of chaos.
That is
Would that be
correct.
accurate?
Yes.
He supposedly went out with a lot of adventurers. He's the only one that comes back most of the time, isn't he?
In the past, those who have come back have usually with him, not all of them, but usually converted into his following.
I
This
wonder
is
why.
admittedly, in hindsight, a troubling thought. He hasn't
I'm
had a
guessing-
chance to do that with too many folks. He's only been here for about half a year.
That
You might want to look into the bartender as well, as he said he was here for, I think he said a decade and a half, give or take.
That's a little concerning. But I wouldn't know Bumbo to lie like that.
perhaps his memory was tampered with then?
Certainly something to look
Charm
into.
spells.
There are dark magics that can do such things.
Yeah. That kind of magic is beyond most of our capabilities, but if he really does serve the agents of chaos, they sometimes imbue their servants with dark powers. We've had to deal with a couple times. Admittedly, though, if I had to give my professional opinion, I'd say that your stance is a little far-fetched. I think someone here would have noticed by now. Why you? Why you special? I don't buy it.
Because we were
I
able to
mean-
survive?
Yeah, I mean, we just would have died and he would have come back with the sob story.
Yes, but for your claim to hold water, you would somehow have to be more exemplary, special, powerful than any of these other groups he's gone out with before. Does that really strike you as the truth?
I simply do the will of Palor.
I mean, yesterday
Sure
we
you
killed
do.
your hermit. Today we killed your bandits. I think we're doing pretty dang well.
Yes, you've been inciting a lot of murder.
Requested murder.
Assassins, is it then?
I will put out there that both circumstances have been in self-defense. The
We did not kill someone yesterday.
The hermits struck us first, as
You-
did Xanthos.
You claiming? Yeah. Do you have any evidence of that?
I mean, do you have any truth spells or potions here?
I will submit. We all will, I'm sure.
We'll see how the investigation shakes up before you waste powerful magics on you.
We have nothing to
Wait.
hide.
Any other statements for the investigation?
If you'd like to send people down to Raven's Rock, you can see the truth that we could take care of the bandits too.
Time will tell on that front.
Oh, also, there's a magic ford. We can point it out on a map.
I
It
was about
looks
to say,
like it's rushing water.
I pull out the map I've been working on the whole time we've been traveling anywhere.
Yes, that illusory hidden ford has been hidden by, under order from the Castellan. You finding out about it is another suspicious activity of yours.
Well, you can talk to your tradesman. What was his name? Khalid? Because he sold us a magic murder boat. Let's just make this a little more far-fetched.
Wait, you
You
have got a magic murder boat.
Well, the murdering it was trying to do with
She
us.
sits back down. Please tell me about this magic murder boat.
Well, we got the boat. We went to the river.
It was
we
a
sat in
rowboat.
it. The boat took off and kept trying to throw us off like a horse, so to speak, that was not broken. I had the inkling in the back of my head that there was a donation involved.
Someone lashed the what did he name it now? I can't remember. Crap.
Lashed the boat.
Yes, lash.
Of course, this is purely a speculation.
Purely speculation.
I mean, besides the murder bit, that was real.
Should probably stop throwing down around the word murder.
It was a untamed, a feral boat. Does that sound better?
That certainly sounds amusing.
Wait, what? Have we learned this bailiff's name?
Ragna.
Ragna. Like Ragnarok.
Yep.
I was gonna say Ragnaros, but that just shows where my head is at. So what's going on, Nat?
Nice, checking some shit.
She's thinking about a murder boat.
She's intrigued.
So
Trying to
after you
picture it.
finish the tale about the murder boat, she just looks at you with the most incredulous look. So you're telling me that you were sold a sentient magical boat that tried to hurt you,
Yes.
I mean,
and
that
that you just happened to discover the ford simply because the boat dumped you into it, and that's the only reason.
Yes.
Correct.
I mean, I feel like you probably could like find it with something like detect magic. It's a spell, right?
I could do that one, yes.
I hate it when the criminals lie to me.
Me too. Good thing we're not.
She stands up, packs up her desk and stool.
I don't think it was that hard of a fort to find.
It really wasn't. You were left there for about half an hour.
Would you
Get a
say a
little restless.
short rest?
Short rest.
Short rest.
Give me
short
some
rest.
hit
short
dice.
rest.
Let's see. What do
I
we
have
get?
2 hit dice left. I'm using both.
Yeah,
of them.
I'm using both. The last two I have 2.
Anything?
Jeez.
Oh, it looked
Oh,
like
2
somewhere else.
6s. I rolled really good. I rolled 3
That's
6s
good-
and a
good
5
heals.
on my hit dice today. Nice.
Shavar's just like sitting in a corner, kind of using dancing lights and just having them kind of float around in the air, just to entertain himself.
I'm
Sure.
almost full.
He's making the dancing lights dance.
Woot. Woot.
It's the name of the spell.
I know. Alright, so after about half an hour, you get a short rest. Bolin comes in. Claps his hand together. I got good news, friends. We found a hidden shrine inside Xanthos' little dwelling. A whole shrine to Baphomet, demon prince, a whole 9 yards.
Baphomet?
Baphomet is the
Ba-
demon prince, has sway over minotaurs and all the bad ones and some other crazy shit.
I thought it was a little weird that a cleric used a component pouch. They like their symbols.
Yeah, well, we found plenty of symbols to Baphomet. They're all being melted down and checked for magical reservations at this time. Ragnar didn't want me to. Elected for me to give you the good news.
I think
She
that's
doesn't
because
like
she
us.
doesn't like us. Yes.
Well, if I had to make an educated guess, I would say that some people don't. Not saying anything about her, but some people don't like getting egg on their face too much. Me, I love eggs.
Did she have eggs for breakfast?
I don't
Probably.
understand what this phrase you're using is. Is this
Agreed.
a surface term that
She
I'm...
didn't want to admit she was wrong?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
You know, some people feel that way. I don't know about. I'm not making any suppositions about Ragnar.
She seemed chill. I probably wouldn't believe a murder boat story either now that I think about it. Did you not hear about the murder boat?
Murder boat. Oh, I haven't read the report yet. Probably hasn't gotten written yet.
We'll regale him the story of the murder boat.
For the end of the murder boat story, there's just solid like 45 seconds of Bolin laughing, full on belly laughing. Just I just pulling my leg. It's a good thing I know you're not evil cultists because I might be suspicious at this point.
But you're not, right?
No, like you're totally checked out. You didn't have a chance to go in and plant an entire shrine to Baphomet inside Xanthos' quarters.
No.
That would be crazy.
It would be pretty impressive considering I don't think any of us are very stealthy.
Not really.
I'm fine, actually.
Well, fine.
So that being said,
Yeah, you are free to go.
okay, and where do we claim prize rewards for bandits?
And I would say agents of chaos living.
Oh
in
yes,
the
and killing 4 agents of chaos. Is there?
Well,
Where's our trophies?
That will probably. I don't think we're gonna make you trophies. Medals worth something, but of course you can keep anything you seized off of them that isn't too dangerous to have around in the keep. Additionally, I believe that once the news filters up, the Castellan will probably want a audience with you.
Oh shit.
Just to meet you. You'll probably have a day or maybe two to prepare. I'll make sure that the word comes to us because you dealt with the bandits and discovered a evil agent of chaos inside our good city here. That's worth recognition, at least in my eyes. And also just give you some really good standing in the town.
Which is also very good. You may want to keep an eye on Bumbo.
Bumbo?
We were telling Ragna, but Bumbo gave us misinformation about how long Xanthos has been in town.
That's odd.
Told us Xanthos had been here for over a decade. When
Is it possible that Bumbo thought you were talking about someone else?
No.
I wouldn't think so, but
We'll have to look into it. I don't think Bumbo's evil, but it could be.
We were saying could be that he's
How
under magical effect, but not sure.
That is a little more likely.
I can look into it. I'm able to do detect magic as a ritual if you want.
Well, given that you did have some stake in this race, so to speak, it'd be best if I think a third party investigated.
That is fair.
All right, you're free to go. Yeah.
Think it's best we stick around in town for a day or two. Let things die down.
How's your day going?
Oh, you know, death boat, bandits.
Investigated
Almost
by the burial
Mail.
watch.
Yep.
almost died again.
Almost died twice today. It was a good time.
Sounds like you need a nap.
Yeah.
We kind of just got one.
Sounds
I
like...
was thinking
Go ahead.
Prax is gonna pull up the flask of wine. What is it called? Barrel?
The cask?
The cask.
There we go. Cask of wine. And say,
Oh, that's a 12 mark. That's some good stuff.
I was thinking we could drink it tonight. If you want to join us, if you're off shift.
I work tonight. I'm sorry.
Gross.
I swear,
You
it's
can
like
keep
you
on
work
eating.
24/7.
I mean, have we
There's-
walked through the gate and not seen you working?
Once. This is out. That's not Bolin. Bolin just laughs, but you did walk out once when you left fairly late and it was not working. I work most days, about 12 hours.
I do not envy you.
No, you gotta keep safe from those agents of chaos and all the evil people inside and outside, and keep track of comings and goings and update the logs. I'm putting myself to sleep.
And I'm sure you're doing your best.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep too. Let's go. Bye, Bolin.
All right, I gotta go back up on my wall.
Have fun thinking about the murder boat.
Oh, and sorry for almost hitting y'all with the ballista. That would have been bad.
Yeah, next time, aim.
We did aim. We shot before they walked away.
Don't you have longbows or something? Might be a lot faster for reaction time.
Or like
They're
troops
like
that can leave the
400 feet
citadel.
You can't really let people venture too far out from the keep in case of more severe scale assault. It's happened before. It's not pretty.
Right, longbows. Look, definitely longbows then.
I had to look into that one.
A lot better range. A lot less loading time.
All right. So, you wish Bolin goodbye and good evening, because it's evening now. And I'm gonna stop talking like him. Where would you like to go from here?
We need to
Is
get...
stuff still open?
Yeah, I mean it's like 6.
Oh, yeah. So we need to get Gem appraised. I kind of want to go back to Trader and fucking yell his ass out until he gives us big discounts.
And we need to sell his armor and shield because no one wants to carry that bullshit.
What is a shield again?
+1.
+1 shield. Oh wait, you use shield?
Is it metal or wood?
Oh, metal is shit.
Notably, It is quite metal, but notably the rule for druids is usually for a donned armor. Shields are usually cool.
Druids usually start with shields.
Druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal.
Oh, it says shields too. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. I just read it the other day, or actually
That's too
yesterday.
bad.
I ignore that rule every time I play Druid.
But yeah, no, Praxis had a shield this whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe we can trade the metal one for a wood one.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys do owe me a fun magic item.
If you find a accomplished spellcaster, you might be able to transfer the enchantment from one item to another.
Like the enchanter we're gonna go see for the magical stone thing.
The jeweler.
Gem.
The jeweler.
It's just a pretty rock.
It is pretty.
All right, so to the jeweler.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go. Hey,
Oh,
let's go.
Right.
Hey, let's go.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh. Right.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
I grab a guard.
Sure.
If I can find a guard. I just remembered we got this off of Xanthus. Hold the little red thing. We're gonna take it to the enchanter, the jeweler, who might be able to identify it. Maybe you can come with us, just in case it's something bad, so you can deal with that. We don't have to worry about it.
This guard looks a little bored. You've told me now. We know you're in there. It'll be okay.
Vale shrugs and heads to the door.
If anything really bad happens, sort of shriek before you die.
Ma.
What are you, a sheep?
I can be.
Fat shit.
Can't wait to turn into an annoying animal and make annoying animal sounds.
Find out where he lives. Stay outside his house all night.
Wild shape into a rooster. Just wake up with the sun.
Not even. Do that shit in the middle of the night, piss everyone off.
Alright, so you go into the jeweler's building. There's a little door in the front. And it's, after you open that door, there's a small little coat room. And then there's a purple drapery, which you have to push through. And inside is a older dragonborn.
What color?
She's purple.
Purple?
Yeah, and she's got one
Is
of those
that
little...
dragon? Could I have been purple?
Probably. They were a thing in 4th edition.
Yeah.
It's got a little one of those appraisal things, a little bent over. Right on the edges of her features are little bits of silver from her age.
Oh my god, she's beautiful.
And when you open the curtain, she waves her hand up at you and goes, get in here, close the lights. Too bright out there. Who are you all?
We're relatively new in town. I'm Shavar.
Core Prax Jandalin.
Vale.
And she looks at you. She actually lightens up a little bit. Seeing a couple dragonborn in her drow. I happen to make a nature check.
I'm bad at those.
I was like,
That's I didn't take.
10.
oh, I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 17.
Vale and Prax Jandalin know that purple dragons and purple dragonborn are Underdark bound and have sunlight sensitivity. So she actually has a kinship with all three of you. Also, their breath weapon does psychic damage.
What? That is not a thing in the PHP, and I want it to be.
No, it is not, but psychic dragons do actually have a psychic-based breath weapon.
That's awesome.
And this would definitely be considered a quote-unquote chromatic dragon.
Yes, chromatic. So, I'm Nakia.
Like the Black Panther lady.
Nakia. I don't know who you're talking about, but possibly.
How do you spell name?
Nakia.
So yes.
Why did you come here today?
We need something appraised, and potentially other things as well, depending.
All right. And as you look around this, it's a very dark room. Your eyes adjust, and you start to see that, like, on the walls are a lot of little bottles of incenses, little trinkets, rings, and amulets, necklaces, bracers. Just everything glitters in the soft light, softly. All right, what do you have for me?
I pull out the red mottled stone. We got this from Xanthus, which turned out to be an agent of chaos.
Oh yeah, he's evil if you missed it.
She's
I don't-
confused for a moment and then just kind of brushes off. Oh, things change quickly.
I don't know
May
if
I?
it might be something bad, just so you know. Hand it over.
As she gets it close, it's like, oh, this is a bloodstone. It's a hefty chunk of one. They don't find one these big very often. She investigates it with a magical enchantment on it, too. Give me a minute, please. And she takes out another little gem out of her pouch and begins casting Identify.
While she's doing that, can I look around the room a little more closely, see if there's anything super cool?
Sure. Let me in. What are you looking
Window
for?
browsing. I don't know.
Okay. You don't
Pretty
don't-
things.
Don't roll things. There's a lot of jewelry as you'd expect. Also a lot more potions than you would expect as well.
Okay.
It seems like, and some of them even have like little prices on them. It seems that this town doesn't really have a magic person, and even though Nakia's magic, from what you can ascertain so far, is probably somewhat limited, it kind of fell onto her just being the most magic-y person in town. After she finishes casting Identify, this, in addition to being a very beautiful specimen of bloodstone, is actually a sending stone.
To who?
It's got a partner somewhere. I don't know where.
How do sending stones work?
Well, you can say command word once per day per stone. They have set, so this stone and this stone. To send a sending only specifically to the person who possesses the other stone.
What's the command word for this one?
The command word is
Don't actually activate it, please.
she puts it down. The command word is Gyre.
Is there any way you'd be willing to take that off our hands? Because good chance that whoever has the other one, we don't want to deal with.
I mean,
Well,
it
this could
seems
be.
really
We don't want to leave
Cool.
it with her either.
Well, that might
on
bring.
it.
That might
For what?
bring some
I mean-
unwanted attention to my shop.
Can you
I
disenchant?
mean, kind of fuck you to Xanthos, but I think further fucking that up. This sentence got away from me.
Perhaps
I'm down
whoever,
to
whoever
hit
has
who's
other
ever on
stone
the
is
other
bad.
side. Yeah, so, and you know what? They're kind of the reason we're in this situation, most likely.
And what if
Good.
they're much stronger than Xanthos was?
Well, we killed him easy.
Easy.
Oh,
He had
well.
24 AC and you rolled over him.
He almost killed two of us.
I have had very little issue with health. I'm just saying, we don't necessarily have to do it now, but it'd be useful to have.
Oh,
And maybe we could learn
a-
some secrets.
It's also worth noting that a single half of a sending stone is not particularly valuable. I mean,
Kinda
it's some magical item, but if you... The gem is very beautiful. The gem itself is worth about 500. If you could get the other set, then I might be willing to pay a hefty sum for this. Or it could be useful to yourself.
That requires getting the other one.
Well, you luckily have a lead on that. And her little long talony nails tap the top of the sending stone. Ding, ding, ding.
Well, worth considering, I suppose.
Be useful to have just in case.
I'm not holding on to it. I don't trust it.
You
I can hold it, you big baby.
You can say words through it and try to trick people into saying things that they shouldn't.
We have to think that through a lot before we say anything.
Going to hear the words of
You're the
Baphomet
most
in my
cautious
brain.
group of adventurers I've seen come through here. You'll do well.
We got betrayed on our second day. Yes, we're a little cautious.
It's the Borderlands. It's not a safe place.
No kidding.
You seem a little upset.
I was almost
You want
killed
some
twice
tea?
today. I'm a little on edge.
Do you want some tea?
Yes.
Alright, and she
Any
gets...
sweet tea?
Oh my fucking god.
I can add some sweetening to it. It is Underdark tea.
Ooh, ooh.
Made
I like that.
mostly from flavored mushrooms.
Tastes like
A
home.
nice herbal blend.
Yes.
I
Um,
don't know if that's the word I would use.
And she takes a kettle that was kind of hidden but back amongst the stuff, and gets out some cups and pours 4 cups, and then casts prestidigitation 4 times to heat them up because it seems like the tea's been it's out for a bit. She puts the kettle back and pushes 3 of the cups
Much
forward.
appreciated.
Vale drinks the tea.
So does
Right.
Prax.
I was like, he tries to do it first.
Sure.
Just the quick.
Because
no,
you're
that's-
trying to
he's
leverage
resistant.
your poison resistance.
Yeah, resistant
Yeah.
to poison, so worried.
It's a odd tea. It does not taste like a tea that you've had before, but it doesn't seem to hurt you immediately.
I've probably had it before.
Decent chance. It's a little got a little more kick than used to because it's been steeping for a while.
Yeah.
But you've had oversteeped tea from your homeland before.
Me, Arch loves oversteeped tea.
Oh, me too.
Same.
We're all trash.
This
Yes.
is why
I hope
I
the tea
have
house
a
isn't
thermos
watching.
of tea that I just keep in a little thing, and then if I never get this in the stream, I have it in the morning after sleeping all night.
Nice.
That's the good shit.
And it's still warm because that
This is
thermos
very
is
good.
kick-ass. I'm glad you like it.
Nakia, if you don't mind my asking,
Yes?
where are you from?
Oh, underground. In the shallows. Life is hard there.
Life is hard everywhere down there.
Well, in the shallows, you've got dragon lords trying to vie for your warship, gray dwarves, dark elf parties from farther below, and most of them are not as kind as you. Some. I had some friends.
I'm kind of outlier from my people.
Swift Neblins and such. Just everyone's very insular and not very kind. I came to the surface seeking, if anything, I guess I'd say kindness. Now, it sounds so poetic and flowery, but feels true. This isn't where I expected I'd end up, but I make myself useful enough, and my sensitivity to the sun keeps me inside enough that they don't bother me, that they are not bothered by my presence too often.
Do you not wish to adapt to this land?
It
It is
is
hard,
hard. It
but-
hurts my eyes. Can't see anything.
I believe there is a possibility for us to overcome such disabilities.
There's some magics that cover that. They're rare though. If you come across it, please let me study it.
I would be happy to.
useful.
As it stands, I'm a bit of a conundrum myself, being a drow who happens to spread the word of the god of the sun. But
That is a bit of a funny one, isn't it?
yeah, it's a bit of weird story. But
Well, I'm sorry the gem wasn't what you were looking for.
yeah. Do you have anything else that may be of use for adventurers such as ourselves?
Plenty, I imagine. Potions, some lighter enchantments. I'm not an accomplished wizard, but I spend a lot of my free time on it. So slowly I enchant items. Mostly what tickles my fancy.
As long as you don't sell us any sort of a sentient murder boat, we're good.
I feel like that sounds specific.
Yeah, Khalid fucked us. He sold us a sentient rowboat that tried to kill us while we were in the river.
It did.
He had me enchant some wood for him a bit back, and the enchantment didn't go right.
That would be that then.
And I told him he didn't want it because the enchantment was ready to redo it, and he decided to just take it anyway. He didn't tell me what it was for.
Well, he apparently built a rowboat.
Oh,
Fucker.
that's abnormal.
We're paying him a visit next.
Give him my regards. Might be softer on you. He likes me. He knows if it makes me angry, I'll make his brain hurt.
Could be.
That's what true respect is based on. Fear. And migraines.
Are you treated well in town?
Oh, fine. The Castellan and the guard, I have a feeling, aren't the keenest on me, but they manage that mostly with turning a blind eye towards me because they know I provide a service that they care about. So no one treats me bad, but no one treats me good either.
That is very fair. So about those magic items, I'm very curious.
I was also wondering, we have a magic shield, but it's made of metal, and I hate metal. But I have a wooden shield. Could you put the enchantment on my wooden shield?
That's not too hard. Can I see the shield?
Oh.
Both of them, please.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna cast detect magic and look them over. This is not too complex of an enchantment. It's crudely made. I could transfer this without much ease. It's not very powerfully moored to the metal. I might even suggest that you have me strengthen that bond a little bit. It's not as potent as it could be if it was properly woven.
I'm down.
If you just want me to transfer the basic effect that it currently has, it'll only be 25 gold. If you want me to strengthen it, it'll be more time. I'd probably have to ask for double that.
Where is my money?
Are you able to do that for armor as well?
Probably, if it's similarly enchanted.
Well, there is the armor that we got as well. If you could transfer that to my armor, that would be... Or enhance it even, that would be wonderful. I'm getting sick and tired of tasting the dirt every time we get into a fight.
And and you wear leather, right? Studded leather?
Studded leather, yep.
Yeah. She uses her already set up tech magic. Yeah, that's very similarly crafted. Although I can tell these were going for different things, probably by the same enchanter, but neither of them took hold properly, so they just had the most rudimentary effects of their magic.
Dude sucked.
I don't know who they were, but I'm guessing the handiwork of Agents of Chaos. Enchanting is a very patient-bound craft. If you try to be hasty or chaotic about it, it doesn't always the magic doesn't flow. You have to coax. It takes time. You can't rush a good enchantment. So,
I like the words you're saying.
same price. Is that agreeable?
100 gold, magic on.
No, yeah, 25 to just swap the what? Oh, it is 50 if you want me to get it more properly bound to the item.
I like the idea more properly bound. Prax, I'll pay for yours as well.
Oh, thanks.
Here's 100 gold.
Thank you. Each of these will take me a good solid day's work, though. So,
We're not
which
going
one do you want me to
anywhere
do?
for 2 days.
Which one do you want me to do first?
Prax, you can go first.
I
All right.
mean,
I'll do the shield first.
I only use my shield about a third of the time.
That is also fair.
If you want to go, like, I want it. Yes, definitely. But I do also transform into creatures that then don't have my shield, so.
That is true. Yeah, so maybe best you do my armor first, in case we get into the scrap before then.
All right.
Is
And
there
you-
changing room I can...
I mean, it's
You
just-
have undergarments under your shield.
Are you naked under your armor?
Oh, that'd be
Well, I'd
horrible.
like to put on regular clothes. I don't need to be walking around in skivvies, thanks.
I mean, you should still have on like a
You
tunic.
can walk. You could walk into the foyer. I don't use it because it's too bright.
Okay. So, Shavar goes there, and then
It's through the curtain.
puts on regular, just common clothes, takes
So
off
when
the
you're-
armor.
While you're half of they're changing, high or low.
Always high.
She peeks.
You change unabated.
Great.
Yeah, what if there was another customer?
Yeah, because it was right by the door.
Bolin walks in. Whoa, my, alright. Is it my birthday?
Yes.
Canon Bolin secretly has dark elf fantasies.
I mean, listen,
Homosexual
don't-
dark elf fantasies.
Don't we all?
It's a nice type of fantasy to have.
Alright, so I'm currently not wearing my studded limit.
Yeah. So you
I
come
do
back.
not have my shield.
So while you're doing that, Vale, was it? Is there anything I could do for you?
Do you have any magical items lying around that I might look at?
Most commonly, I have consumables like scrolls and potions. I've been working recently on a few of these. They're these funny little things. They're kind of like scrolls, but they have a seal emblazoned on them, and when you tear them, it invokes the spell without any effort. So they're a little better than scrolls. They're also smaller.
That is intriguing. What kind?
I have a few spells. Hold person, charm person, shatter.
Any fog cloud?
I have a 2 fog cloud.
God, I just imagine now the fog cloud ones are actually like little balls, and it's like a ninja smoke bomb. You just
Run.
Things
Party
fell over.
foul.
How much for the fog cloud ones?
Give me a moment.
Sure. Sorry, Vale. I get very interested in these things.
Vale, you were asking first if you'd like to buy them instead of him.
If he's gonna buy Fog Cloud, I was not interested in Fog Cloud.
Bid war. Let's go right now. No, don't do that, please.
These
75 gold.
What?
Are,
Sorry.
I was
No bid
about-
war.
I feel like you may be highballing.
I
that one.
kind of like you, so giving it to you at the scroll price. They're 100 gold each.
That's a lot of gold.
It takes
I
a very
can-
long time to weave these enchantments, and I do need to make a profit.
I literally just cast Fog Cloud today, so I do not need this scroll.
Never mind. Too expensive.
Can I interest you in some healing potions?
How many healing potions do we have?
It's a
2
good
because I
question.
used one. But you also have, I think
The honey.
Prax has 4 of the 5 honey because I gave her my 3.
Oh,
First
well,
episode.
I had 2 already, and I
Yeah.
don't think I used. Did I use one?
No one has used any, but I gave away all. No, I gave away
So-
2 to you and 1 to
Okay, so I have 4 royal honey
Yep.
and a
Shibari
healing
as well.
potion.
I have no healing items at the moment.
Oh, you know what? I have the herbs to make a health potion. I just needed to spend the 25 gold to do it.
Oh, that's true.
And some downtime.
Because I can make my own health potions. I just need the downtime and the money.
And we don't have plans for the next day.
Next
we
2
hope.
days, really.
Yeah, let's not leave without our armor.
Yeah. Alright, so while we're here in the shop, am I able to buy the rest of the materials needed to make the health potion?
Yeah, totally.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that.
Here you go. I like it. I'll give it to you for 20.
Oh.
Come in more often. You remind me of home.
For sure. Can't say I saw too many of your kind from my home. In fact, I don't think I saw any at all, but
No, we're not super common, but saw plenty of draw.
your coloration is very interesting.
Right. Is there any other business of Nakia?
I have a bit of a weird question for you.
Yes.
Do you know much about curses and the like?
A little bit. More than I admit to the average townsfolk here.
My brother had a run-in with some folks. I don't quite know who, but because of that, and she's gonna reach into her pouch and pull out her brother's heart and kind of just hand it over to her. This is him, and he's stuck like this, and I'm trying to figure out how to unstick him.
I'll be still. That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's gently beating slowly.
That makes me feel weird.
I'm very good at doing that.
You
Can
are. It was a little scary.
Can I hold on to that for some time? It may take some study.
He is still tied to it, his soul.
I'm not going to hurt it.
I don't think you can. That's part of the curse, but don't lose him.
I will not displace the ominously loudly beating heart of your dead brother. Dead-ish.
Yeah. Just
promise.
so you maybe don't get surprised, I don't know how it works. He can talk to me still. I don't know if he'll attune to you in some way, but if you start to hear a voice in your head,
What's
it
his
might
name?
be him. It's Shale.
Shale. Okay. Well, if I could talk to him, that may actually be somewhat useful. If I
It
can
might. I have no
learn
idea how the enchantment works, though, so
Oh, neither do I yet.
enjoy.
Thank you. You've given me multiple days of work here, so I'm going to quietly close up shop now.
That is alright. We have to go have a very fun meeting with Khalid.
Besides, I like to get to bed early.
Do you like wine?
A little bit. Helps me
I got
sleep.
this really fancy wine. I can leave some with you.
Excellent. She pulls looks at her teacup, just please, just a little bit. That'd be good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
14th mark. You don't get that stuff that good here through here very often.
We took it off the body of a bandit.
That sounds about right.
Dee Dee, Raven.
Oh, down at Raven Rock. Was she much trouble?
No, to
Not
be honest,
really.
Antos was more trouble.
No, I mean,
Alright,
I just ripped her throat out.
that's a little terrifying.
I can turn into animals. It wasn't just like me like this.
I did gather that, actually.
Okay.
Alright, anyways, we should probably get going. You're very tired, and we keep saying stupid things.
Good evening.
Vale
I mean-
stays standing at the counter as the others start to go out.
I think
What do
we
you
always
want?
say stupid things.
We always say stupid.
I probably should have insight checked this woman at some point before handing her my dead brother.
What did you want, Vale?
I wait. Are the others gone?
Yep.
Yeah, they're gone.
Okay. So You don't particularly have trouble except with the guards?
Not much. I proved myself useful. I got quite the talking to when I first came here, though. That was that was a trip. So everything, I think it's only because I had plenty of extra gold that I was able to set up this shop.
Vale does the thing he did with Shavar, pulls
Yeah.
out his disguise kit, takes whatever to remove the paint, kind of removes some of it, enough to make it obvious.
She looks at you, completely unflapped, takes a sip from the wine. You found yourself in any troubles from that?
I've certainly ran into troubles elsewhere. So far, it's not been a problem. But I kind of very publicly used my breath weapon outside. I don't know what the guards saw. They
Well,
didn't say anything.
I haven't said anything. My understanding is you've recently uncovered an agent of chaos in our keep and dealt with his minions and raided bandit camp, eliminating that difficulty from the guard. I have a feeling that you might have banked enough goodwill to handle it.
Hasn't worked elsewhere. Thank
Well.
you. And I reapply the paint.
Yeah.
I
Well,
give
it
her.
worked for me. I hope it works for you.
I give her.
I'm
10
too old to
gold.
bother with these things. Oh, that's very kind of you.
And the copy of the map that has the ford and everything on it. Just that's something I know that's worth some money around here, probably.
Sure you don't need this?
I can make more. It's kind of my
Alright.
thing.
Here. And she reaches under her counter and pulls out a kind of slightly shriveled berry. That's for your troubles.
I take it, nod, and head out the door.
Evening.
Have a good night.
Alright. And right about here, I think we want to take a quick break because it's 11.
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so we are going to take a quick 5-minute breather, go use the bathroom and all that. We will be right back, so don't go anywhere.
Woo! Tuesday.
Wow.
Tuesday.
Alright, and we're back. Did you miss us? I hope you did. If you didn't, that's rude.
Mm-hmm.
For Prax.
Oh, thanks, Nat.
Hi. You're
Gave
welcome.
a D4 to Prax. How nice.
I did.
Oh man, my stream's super far behind.
Nope, not that one. Yep, that one. There it is.
Nat has bits to spend.
I used all mine on my birthday.
So, hey, it's a little D4 there.
Okay, Twitch is frozen.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So,
Because I have my overlay.
all right. So you just finished talking to Nakia, the kindly old purple dragonborn jeweler / enchanter character.
Now we're going to Khalid.
We're gonna Khalid and eat his ass in.
I believe the phrase is chew his ass out.
Isn't that what I said?
We're gonna
No.
eat his ass.
You said we're gonna eat his ass in, which has a very different connotation that he is not worthy of.
You don't know how this conversation is gonna go for sure.
I don't. Maybe he has a
Nope.
thing for dark elves.
Eat
could
his
use it
ass.
Against them.
Eat his ass, Shavar. It's for the greater good.
It's how we win.
All right. So
It's the final boss.
it's the final countdown. All right. So you're gonna go visit Khalid.
Yep.
All right. So you knock on the door. Come on in. It goes jingle, jangle, jingle. Bonga, bonga, bonga. I'm so happy in the jungle. I don't want to go. No, 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 no.
I lost my pen.
And there is Khalid, little halfling boy. Fingers laced. Hey, what brings you back here? How is the boat?
Oh, you know,
The
funny thing about the boat.
Yeah, the boat. You know what we nicknamed it?
What?
The murder boat. Because it tried to murder us.
Enchanted wood from Nakia.
That wasn't that boat. I wouldn't sell that boat for only 50 gold. It's
That-
worth much more than that.
No,
They
in
tried
fact,
to
is
kill
worth far less than that.
In fact, you should have paid us to take it off your hands, because it probably would have fell on
Look,
you.
look, did you really get on a man's case so much? I just don't want to waste some good wood. It was mahogany.
I don't give fuck. It almost killed us.
Magic mahogany wood. Not very... You don't come across it very often.
You know,
Almost.
Nakia was very,
Killed.
very disappointed to hear about your behavior.
Really, was she? That's a little unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I think she said something about severe migraine.
Oh god, no, don't onto that again.
Well, maybe next time a little more forthcoming when giving magical boat of death.
I did not mean to sell you that boat. It must have been misplaced.
Right.
Sounds like a
misplaced.
personal problem.
Are you
I'm sorry.
saying some
Problem.
higher power, possibly called Lash, did this to us?
Sure. Whoever gets your rocks off.
Okay.
You know what gets my rocks off is a nice fat discount
Mm-hmm.
after nearly dying.
I just have to make a profit here.
Very small profit, I think, would be fair.
I mean, you also don't make much of a profit when you kill your customers.
Shavar, make an intimidate check with advantage.
Intimidate with advantage. 21.
Nice.
Alright. Just for you. Don't tell anybody else. And don't tell anybody else about that you got the murder boat from me.
Okay.
We'll all be fair and square.
Sure.
Can I do
won't
anything
tell.
for you?
What do you have?
Venturing equipment, rope, lantern, oil, some basic stuff.
I want
Any bracers?
No, I showed you all of my really fancy magic stuff yesterday.
Well, there are.
Earlier
Okay.
today.
Was there anything we didn't buy? I can't remember for sure.
Nope.
Damn.
Nakia, usually the stuff that she thinks is worth it, usually sells me the bigger things, because she is not too big on the haggling life. So, I have the bigger things, she has the smaller things. We all make money. Everything works out fine. I wouldn't try to get her to give you a discount. She's a hard one.
She seemed to like us pretty well.
You know, earlier today, I would have said the same thing about myself.
That's what happened when you sell a boat that fucking tries to kill people.
Look, it's just a fair accident. You don't need to be so hung up on it.
You know, I only have one life, and I don't fancy losing it anytime soon.
That elves are 9 lives.
That's
I think
racist.
that's cats.
Are you calling me a cat?
It definitely was elves, not cats.
I feel like Alright, I feel like he's calling me a cat right now. I'm kind of taking offense.
I'm not meaning to insult you. Are cats bad in the Underdark?
Cats are food in the Underdark.
I'm surprised you have any cats in the Underdark, honestly.
Some of
I
them
mean-
like it down there.
Whatever.
Besides the point. I think we're good for now.
Healing potions, rope, a new boat.
No. Turns out there's ford down there that we could just fucking walk across.
When he says forward, I elbow him really hard.
What? What? What?
Bale's just staring at Shavar right now.
Whatever. Well, if you don't have any business, anything you want to buy, get out.
Okay. Keep in mind that
Fuck
discount for
you.
next time.
Do you really just come here to, berate me about the boat and not to buy anything? Couldn't you have just waited until you actually needed to get something?
No, because at that point it wouldn't have been as fresh in our memory.
It's just rude. Get.
Fucking mother. Stomp out.
Prax is gonna follow.
Bale has already walked out after he said "fuck you" too. and walked out the door.
I'm gonna turn into a skunk and fucking spray his shop.
Rude.
Vale approves.
Shavar openly approves.
Alright, anything else you'd like to do?
What is the
On this
guild
day.
house?
Guild House has guildy things like they do like a little merchants thing, so they deal with things that come and go out of the keep itself, so shipments to a certain degree.
Wasn't that where we were told to tell when we got rid of the bandits? Can't remember off the top of my head, but thought it was the
You're
guild house.
nah, that you're supposed to tell the Bolin,
Okay. Which
who's the corporal of the gate.
which
Good
is
for
already
you.
happened. Okay.
So most guilds have a presence there, leather workers, masons, stuff like that, all to varying degrees, based on how useful they are in this kind of situation. There's a cobbler's guild.
Okay.
They work on your shoes.
I think only one of us wears shoes.
And if you get good shoes from someone proficient in the cobbler's kit, you can do a overland travel for 2 extra hours a day. Actually,
That's a funny thing.
it's in Xanathar's guide.
Interesting. No, I think it's best we just go back to our apartment then and just relax.
All right.
We got 2 days. We're in no rush.
All right. So, you go back to your quarters. Night falls. You get a long rest. Wake up the next day.
Bright and early, I go back to the chapel.
So as you go out your door, you close it behind you. You see, scribed into your door is the word murderer in bright paints and carved in with what looks like a knife.
Oh, that's nice. Can I cast Mending to get rid of the engraved stuff?
Sure. Takes, it's a minute per foot, so it takes like 10 minutes.
Alright. I just clean that up. Shake my head and head to the chapel.
There's still the painted on lettering.
Yeah, I'll leave that for Vale.
Yeah, my plan exactly.
We head to the chapel. Very similar to yesterday. It is mostly empty at this hour, except for the curate praying in the front line.
Same as day before, go up to him, go next to him and just kneel down.
All right. You spend some time in quiet commiseration. After that elapses, he brings the holy symbol in his hand and says, lets it go down. You hear it clink, clink, clink against his armor. He looks at you to check if you're in a point where you look interruptible. Do you?
Yeah.
He goes, so, Shavara, right?
Yes.
How has your 24 hours been?
Well, Xanthos turned out to be a agent of chaos. Tried to kill me in the middle of our foray with the bandits.
I'm sorry about that.
We killed
I
him.
should have acted on my intuition. Could have cost you your life.
That is alright. It was a good test, I think. One that we passed.
I like to come here every morning. This hour. Chapel's open, but no one comes here yet. It's quiet. Can reflect. Center myself.
It's the same thought I had. Somebody engraved and painted on our door. They
What
wrote
did they say?
murderer.
Xanthos was popular. Hopefully the people in charge can see past that. It came to my ears that you dealt with the bandits down in Raven Rock.
We did.
That's good.
Am I doing good work? I can
I think
never
so.
tell.
There are two stories that we tell. Only two. Every story. It's one of these two. Hero goes on the road. Stranger comes to town. You're a stranger. Just come to town. It's the beginning of half of every grand story. The operative word there, though, is stranger. If you didn't know how different you were, if you were just another person in this town, it wouldn't be so grand, would it?
I suppose not.
Takes all and you kind of pats you on the side. You're so stoic all the time. Let me cheer you up a little more. And if you always have your walls up, you can never let the sun in.
It's a very hard habit to shake.
Well, then speed the walls are there for a good reason. Xanthos teaches us that. You can't let them down for everyone. Choosing the people wisely. That's the trick.
Thank you for your time.
I'm here every morning.
And I imagine so will I.
May the light walk with you.
And with you. And head back.
He takes his holy symbol and leans forward a little bit. Like when you found him. By the time you get back, Vale is actually... You come back to Vale out front, precipitationing away the paint. Assuming you're fine with that, Vale.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool.
That was the plan.
It's a wonderful message they've left for us, huh?
Not the first time. Probably won't be the last.
Well, we have a whole day to ourselves. Might as well try to enjoy it.
Has Prax said anything to you?
No.
Vale shrugs. Finishes the work on the door. And over the long rest, was I able to recreate the map that I had given away?
You're like halfway done with recreating it.
Okay.
So I mean, it's like 2 hours of hard work.
Alright.
Is what you put into it. Probably another...
Then-
You definitely today you can get that done.
Yeah, then we would probably go back in. Finish it
practice-
really quick.
Yeah. Practice Daniel, you were probably made aware of the message on your door.
She's not. Not that she's not worried about the like social repercussions, but it doesn't really faze her.
Okay. So you have a day, at least most of a day, mostly to yourself. So just each of you tell me 1 or 2 things that you're doing today. Oh, why don't we start with Vale?
Check in on the jeweler, just kind of see what's up. Maybe have tea.
Have tea with Nakia, sure. Visit.
Yeah, just chat about chromatic dragon things.
Sure. Prax?
Probably at a different time, but probably like 2 or 3 times throughout the day, Prax is gonna annoyingly check in on.
Nakia?
Yeah, not.
All right.
She doesn't stay for too long. She tries not to bug her, but she just has to like double check that her brother's still there.
It's fair.
Have you watered him? He needs
Okay.
water.
Every time you bug her,
What do
she's
you
like, I'm still working on the armor. One thing at a time.
Yeah. Just saying hi.
Like, that's the response the 3rd time, though. It's like, still working.
Thanks. And then she would probably also play around if there's any like buckets of water, like being a goldfish or something. Like if she can find a barrel of like rainwater or something, she'll just turn into like fish.
You find, like, one of the horse's trough in the stables. And just goof around in it.
Figures out what the heck this whole swimming thing is.
Yeah.
Turns into a comical moment. A horse comes over and starts drinking, and you have to frenzied swim away as it's like almost swallowing you.
When you're like in its mouth, and like, wait, I can just turn back into a dragonborn. And you just
Explode a horse.
And the horse is like, whoa, fuck.
Just
my
like
horse
that, it's a
impression.
talking horse. Whoa, fuck.
And of course, Shavar.
I'm gonna make a health potion.
Sure.
Probably want to pick up my armor whenever that's done.
Yep. We'll get done.
And then I don't know, maybe just for the rest of the day, spend more time at the chapel, getting to know some of the locals that are actually of the religious sort.
Sure. The armor, after improvement, gives a +1 to AC, and also gives you resistance to force damage.
Oh. That's helpful.
Oh yeah. I tried to attune to the berry I was given.
The berry is a petrified good berry. It's a good berry that lasts forever.
Oh.
So one use.
Petrified good berry. Thank you.
Praxadrandolin, on your way back from the stable, it's a little damp.
Dripping.
Yeah. You're rushing for, trying to get home, and you run. You bump into a little harder than you might like into a stout figure, a little shorter than you used to. You bump into this dwarf coming out of this building right here.
Oh, okay. The Smith. Ooh.
Yeah, and he bumps into. He's got a bald head, but big bushy beard, black. His face a little sooted, and he looks at you like, "Sorry, I'm." Should have been watching where I was going.
Pardon me too. I was a little distracted.
You're a little wet.
I was
You
a fish.
Fish. You're messing with me, aren't you?
No, I can I just learned how to swim, and I was practicing in a horse trough.
A smile cracks across his kind of stern face. That's just adorable. You're very wet though. Do you want a towel?
I guess.
Water's
Water's never really bothered me.
He stops in, goes inside really quickly, and pulls out. He brings back basically a big canvas chunk. And you look at you, and his cheeks are getting a little red, and he's just here.
Thanks.
And he goes back into his house really quickly.
Canvas is not very water absorbent.
No, it's not. He seemed a little embarrassed.
Okay. So Prax will walk back to the apartment just holding this big flap of canvas, not sure what to do with it. Hey, Vale.
Yeah.
Does your magic spell dry things?
Pretty sure it does. Let me double check.
Let's go with yes.
I'm gonna do little gusts of wind.
Like my own magical girl transformation.
Yep.
Um,
Why'd you get so wet?
I was practicing swimming. I think I can turn into a shark now, but I didn't practice that because that'd be. Do you know what a shark is? They're like.
Sure. That's like the second 16 on.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
With a +0. So yeah, I know what a shark is.
If we find anything by water, I'm good. A blacksmith gave me this canvas. Is that normal?
Do you explain the situation that happened with him bumping into you first?
Nope.
I didn't think so. I look at the canvas. Does it have anything on it or anything at all?
It looks like it was just full on torn along one of the seams because it's one of those types you can just tear straight because of the way they're woven.
My favorite.
Hastily, I might add. And recently.
That is weird. The blacksmith, you said?
I think so. He was pretty sooty and a dwarf, which I know is a bit of a stereotype, but
Little bit racist.
they are very good with metalwork.
I guess we can return it to him. I press the digitate so it's dried and we head back.
All right.
Whoops.
Okay. Oh, you just clicked the inspiration.
Misclick.
Inspiration.
Zero inspiration.
On your
not
way
listening.
over, you run into Shavar on his way back from the chapel one of the times. Visits.
Hey, Shav.
Is
Is
this what we're doing now?
I was just trying it. You guys call me Prax, which is fun. I thought I
Well,
could
yes, because
shorten
your name is
names.
obnoxiously long.
It is a distinguished clan name.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about that.
Back me up, Vale.
No, I actually wouldn't know about that. You've never
I
told me.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Back me up, Dragonborn with 4-letter name.
I mean, my first name's a 4-letter name.
Yeah, but you don't use it.
You guys
Vale.
can call me
It's like
Cora.
Cher, only one name.
Yep. No clan.
Other people shouldn't use it if they don't know me. We're
Yeah.
friends though, right? You can call me by my
Yeah.
first.
Shavar, you notice that Vale now, I believe, is holding a very large square of rough, torn canvas.
Prax met a dwarf who gave her a canvas because she was wet, even though it's not made to dry thing. So we're returning it dry. I really have no idea what's going on.
Okay,
It's just kind of weird.
sure. Great. Okay.
Are you coming with?
Do you need me to go with you? Is that
No, but you're here.
If you want to hang
it's
out.
it's almost like a higher power has put us all three in one place. It might be trying to group us.
well? Then logically, best solution here is not doing that.
I was gonna say don't, because it
Split
makes
the
no
party.
sense.
You're just better at peopling than me. Both of you really are.
Okay, whatever. I have nothing better to do. Let's go.
Okay. So you get to the smith's house / workshop. It's one of those like workshop on the bottom, work in the bottom, party in the top kind of things.
Ooh, it's a mullet. Opposite of a mullet.
But it's a building.
It's an upside down mullet building.
It's
the
Billy
best
Ray
description
Cyrus's
for
head
that.
upside down.
But a building. I want someone to make that picture in Photoshop.
I hand Prax back the canvas and go, well, you might as well return it to him. Maybe he needs it or something. I really don't know why he gave it to you. Kind of weird.
Hello?
And there's a little like a shout. There's a little bit of a back and forth in Dwarvish. Do you know Dwarvish? Anybody know Dwarvish?
No one knows Dwarf. Or I don't know any extra languages. So, come in.
Hold on.
No.
No.
I know Orcish.
All right, so it's kind of sharp and consonant heavy, and they go back and forth a little bit. Eventually, a little same dwarf, a little ashy. He's got a square of canvas rubbing his face off with the soot, which does not work super great. I wonder why his face is all ash, sooty. He looks at you and goes, drops the little canvas square and says, "Hi."
Corey's gonna pick it up. And then, I wanted to return your canvas.
Thanks. Thanks. And grabs it and
To both of them.
you both folds the bigger one. It's nice to see you again. Yeah.
I'm Praxajandelin. What's your name?
My name's Butat.
Butat.
Yeah. Butat Gore.
That rhymes with my first name, Cor.
Mm. Is it Core or Core?
It depends
Oh,
on who's
okay.
pronouncing it.
How should I say it?
However you want.
Okay. No, it's nice to.
It doesn't sound the same in common either way.
Yeah, it's nice to make your acquaintance. Core. Practice it gently.
You as well, Bootat Gore.
Okay, this is
I
this is
should get-
weird.
I should get back to the work. Close the door.
Does he notice me standing relatively close to this?
Yes. Not focusing on you at all.
May I insight the weird dwarf?
Sure. Butet.
2.
No.
Sounds about right.
What do you okay, Matt, tell me, what conclusion do you think that Vale would come to with a 2 on insight?
He is really confused on why this whole situation has happened and just thinks he's weird.
All right.
Yeah, Corey's gonna turn around and say, I continue to be just as confused. Thoughts? Maybe we should not stand next to the door. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
You shuffle, just kind of
Huddle up and then move
middle
around.
area. There's not a lot of people right now.
I don't understand anything. Okay. So,
That was weird.
well, some people are just socially awkward.
Yeah. I kind of get that. Shrugs.
Alright, at this point, Bolin comes up. Hey, I
Thank
found
you.
you. That's nice. I got the official word down from Costello. He'd like an audience with you tomorrow morning, first thing. If that works for your schedule.
That works perfectly, yes.
Excellent. I'll send the word over.
Someone carved murderers into our door, by the way, just so you know.
Well, some people probably think that's what you are. I'm sorry about that. Did you handle it yourself, or should?
Yeah, we killed some more people.
Nah, we cleaned
He looks
up-
at you,
we
and then
cleaned
like
it up.
a smile goes away and says, "You're not serious about that, are you?"
Not at all. The totally trustful Dragonborn says.
Cracks to Jandalin.
We didn't
cleaned
kill
it.
anybody.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I did not want to have to try to arrest you. That'd be annoying.
It is hard to put handcuffs on a bear.
Especially when the bear can just morph with the handcuffs melding into them. That's
Mhm.
just it's a horror show.
Nightmare. I can swim now too.
I
Good.
could already swim. She keeps talking about it. It's weird.
Right.
Shavara, why do you hang out with these two? They're so funny.
Are you calling Shavar not funny?
I mean,
It's because we've yet to kill him.
not sure if you're trying to insult or just...
I'm just poking fun. Shavara, God, you're all funny. Do any of you know how like people work? Like you talk and you express yourself. They smile, they say words, they're polite even when they're not supposed to be, and sometimes they get upset about it. And people, humans, non-humans, nothing.
He really doesn't understand. You probably talking to him on that one.
Where I
I
come
think-
from, things are a little bit different, so forgive me if I don't pick up on all of your social cues.
All right, that's just a matter of fact.
Thank you.
Try to be
Speaking
Oh.
of social cues,
yeah.
what can you tell me about Butat?
Okay, I
Um,
don't need to have social cue knowledge to know that that was a really weird transition.
I'll get to Bukat in
It
a second,
was.
but I do want to say that you might want to mind your social cues a little bit more. tomorrow morning with the Castell and Olin.
I will be very quiet and respectful.
But Todd's a funny one. He's a smith. Got a son. That son Curl. Curl Gore. It's a lovely name, family name. But I don't know. They came together, just the two of them. It's been here 20 years. Fine guy. Good, quiet, surly. Just
Surly?
Surly?
oh, he's a little bit of stoic type. Always a little tight-lipped and quiet, and says few words put together. That does not match up with your experience.
I was about to say.
Fine guy. Spring he'll make dwarven baked rolls for everybody in town. It's a whole operation. They convert the forge to an oven for the thing. It's a real fun time.
What season is it now?
I haven't thought about this question before. Let's go with end of winter.
Almost roll time, guys.
If we survive that long.
You're always a pessimist.
Why are you asking about Batat?
Because he's awkward as fuck.
He was awfully chatty with Prax earlier. It was
Chatty how?
He gave me a big block of canvas to dry myself off. Practice swimming, fish in the water trough for the horses.
Wait, you was just wet walking through town?
Yeah. I mean, it's just
That's
water.
a little weird. It's a little weird.
I mean, do you get wet when it rains? It probably has rained recently, right? Or snowed?
You're a Prax Jandalin. If you're not, it's raining. You're not dripping wet. It's like you just came out of the water trough. That's abnormal.
Everything is abnormal around here.
He looks at you, looks at the holy symbol, looks at the drow face, looks back to the holy symbol, looks back at Prax Jandalin. Yeah, nothing's normal here.
You're kind of harshing on our vibe here,
Oh, should I?
Bolin.
I'm sorry. I thought we were friends.
Friends aren't normally such downers.
Well, to speak for yourself.
I was Vale kind of chuckles at that.
Well, should I go?
No,
Should I just smile more often?
Oh, were you off? Were you off the clock?
Yeah, just got off.
You want a drink?
My last thing was to bring word to you.
Drink? I
Yeah, sure.
got some
Prax-
elven wine.
You go check
Is it
out
elven? Fancy wine.
14th mark is a gnomish, bro.
A gnomish wine.
Mm.
Do you want to go check out Bumbo? We haven't found anything wrong with him.
Meh.
I'd rather stay away from him for now.
What's the best ale in town?
Oh, we have wine.
Oh, excellent.
We're homebodies.
Sounds good to me. Alright, so you have what I imagine to be a lovely evening with bowling.
We're getting shit faced.
Yep.
You don't have enough wine for that.
Oh, it's not the
Lightly
good one
buzzed.
then.
Says who? We have like
It's
Bunch of
fine, not strong. Well, you had a cask, not a bottle. My bad. Yeah, you have plenty of wine.
I was like, we got a lot of wine.
You got 15 gold worth of good wine.
We have a night
Okay.
of merriment and excitement.
And of merriment and excitement, and Bullen does his best Khalid impression, and it's not very good. Basically sounds like Bolin, but he kind of scrunches up, tries to be a little short.
That is racist.
And it's a good time. And I think that's where we cut the session, because tomorrow morning, bright and early, with nice hangovers, you're gonna be meeting the Castellan.
Hooray!
Woohoo.
All
Put
right.
on my fancy clothes.
So, we are going to call it quits there. So we're going to go around, find out where we can find everybody and what everybody's favorite part of tonight was, and then we're all going to faff off and go wherever hell it is we're going to go. So, starting, as always, Nat.
So I was spacing out. It's Tuesday. Game was fun. I'm Tuesday DM CrimeNat on Twitter. KREIM Nat. Favorite part of session. I just said Tuesday right now. That was pretty good. Almost killing. Shavara is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
we
feel
had
like you're trying to play a game of how many times can I personally drop Arch?
I'm really not.
And the answer is a lot.
And also the meeting Nakia was fun. That was one of the more fun NPCs I've made up on the spot in a while.
Okay. All right. Pie.
Hi, I'm Pie. You can find me at the Queen Pie on Twitter and other various social medias. I think my favorite part was the start of the mystery of Boutat. I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, the mystery of the socially awkward dwarf.
Yeah, it's an entire campaign derailment kind of intrigue right there.
Oh yes.
We're gonna stalk this guy now, break into his house,
Abduct his
Kidnap
children.
his son.
Yeah.
watch him while he's sleeping. The usual.
Knows when you're
abducting
awake.
children.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
He's Santa Claus?
Oh no, wait! I've heard about Santa Claus. Run!
Yeah.
No, that's only if Arch is DMing.
Yeah, that's only if
that's
I'm
true.
DMing. Which I will be as soon as this game is over.
Yeah, I would like to point out, by the way, that as soon as this game is over, comment is largely dependent on how quickly you guys go to bomb the Caves of Chaos.
Which
That
we
part's
haven't
up to you.
at.
Oh, so never as we.
We're never
are.
gonna go there.
And we're just gonna spend the eternity just fleshing out this city with the castle, doing side quests.
Hi, welcome to
everything
my City
except
Builder
the Caves
2018.
of Chaos.
This is the new D&D City Builder 2018, now available on Steam. Steam Greenlight, obviously. Undead.
Yeah.
I am Undead or UndeadBound4595 on Twitter. My favorite part was Purple Grandma.
Nakia was fun.
She's like the Anna of D&D.
She provides healing too. It works.
Mm-hmm. As for myself, you can find me on Twitter at arch_DND. You can also find me running the Lucky Die Podcast Twitter account, which is at TLDpod. If you're not listening to TLD, what are you doing? Especially because today we broke 20,000 total downloads in the span of our year that we've been in existence.
Wah, 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 wah.
And I'm super happy about that, because that means that people have downloaded our episodes 20,000 times, which is a lot.
And you broke the record for downloads last week Wednesday too, didn't you?
Yeah, the special bullshit
Before the
question before the beginning thing, we ended up having like over double what our previous downloads in a single day record was, and it's been ridiculous.
That's pretty cool.
My favorite part of tonight was probably establishing that connection with Zyneg. I like the little bit of religious-y connotation, the RP elements behind it.
I changed my answer. Xanthus being dead at the start of this episode was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I mean, just one little cleric betrays you because he's, devoted to his lord Baphomet. the
Literally
late
hailing
Lord
Satan.
Chaos. Is that really that bad? I mean, can't you agree to disagree politely?
Yes, I generally disagree polite with people by casting influence on them. It's my
It's true.
favorite pastime.
I'm disappointed he didn't even try to convert us to Baphomet, because, I mean, honestly, me, Arch, loves Baphomet.
0
Um,
attempts. Straight to murder.
Well, he already viewed you, a drow, as someone who's turned their back on chaos.
That is true.
So that's why he attacked you first.
That is true.
Wasn't even curious about the little bits of green in me.
No,
I mean, as long as you were dead, it didn't matter much.
it's true.
Could have been on his side. You don't know. Still don't know.
Anyways, we're going to call it quits there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for those of you watching on the YouTubes. As always, these videos go up on YouTube 24 hours after they have aired live. You need to go to the YouTube. It's down below. Also, there's a Discord link down there. Come talk with us. It's fun.
Yes, it is.
And
I'm
with
really
that,
boring, personally.
yeah, super boring. All he talks about is Tuesday. And then when Tuesday comes around, we never hear from him. It's true.
Start a
Yeah, we
game on
only get
Tuesday.
it for 2 more minutes.
Actually, it's technically Tuesday right now.
For
Not
me,
where I
it's
am.
Tuesday.
Not in our time. We have 2 minutes.
All right, we better end it quick before it
I gotta get
becomes
off.
Tuesday.
Nah, it disappears.
Now it's going to disappear in 2 minutes. All right, thank you, everybody, for watching. And until next time, bye!
Bye.
Bye.